I'm here to...
Oh yeah, baby, get you back in the swing of things. You're doing out east and northeast. Let me tell you, we're rocking out today on this thing, free for all. I'm joined by the Horror 365 family. Come on, right? He is Maniac right there, man. It's right below him. Give a big ahoo. We just had a full moon. He's here today in rare form. Me and the Wolfman, and in the right room. Is it left? Is it right? I don't know. Get the princess of pain, Paige and herself. Welcome to the madness, guys.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Friday. Oh my God, I feels good to be back.
Rolling.
Oh yeah, man. I don't think people are. I'm looking in the chat. There's like nobody here yet because they're not used to us being on time.
I was just about to say we're not on time ever.
On a 20 to 30 minute delay.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, it's like, it's normally, like you said, 15, 20 minutes. But, man, it's a fan free-for-all today, and we have a killer episode in store. Usually, there's nothing off the table, and I love that about the Friday night fan free-for-alls. But today's a little more structure to it. We have Dave Weiner, the writer. Yeah, Mike, your eye went up. Yeah, there's a little structure, Mike, today. So, thank God for that. And we have Dave Weiner. In Search of Darkness, the writer and director of these killer documentaries, man. I mean, there's so much to absorb from these documentaries. And we're going to be talking to Dave about the upcoming installment, 95 to 99. He's going to be joining us in about 15 minutes. And then after Dave, the second half of the show, we have some horror trivia. And everybody here, so you better get ready. Wolfman, Paige, Mike. I might see if anybody else in the chat later on wants to join in the conversation. If not, it's going to come down to you three. And we're going to play the same thing we were playing last time, the horror trivia pursuit here. Wolfman is the champion, but will he be dethroned later on today? We're gonna find out. Kylie, what's going on, Kylie?
Kylie.
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate you joining.
Happy Friday.
Creepy little soul, what's happening?
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah. What's going on?
Welcome. I have my witch's brew Alani.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, under the floorboards.
There we go, Johnny. Under the floorboards. Oh, man. I got John. If you later on, anybody, well, we'll get to it when we do the trivia. See if anybody wants to join into the madness. But yeah, we're ready for Dave Weiner. What are you guys doing this week? I mean, we're in prime time, and while we wait for Dave here, we're going to talk about anything going on this weekend.
Working. I wish I was at Comic-Con.
And Comic-Con's happening right now.
They just had a Post Malone fucking panel. I missed it.
Yeah. He was walking the floor just chilling with people, man. Yeah.
Tell me that right now.
That's amazing. I mean, that's cool. Like when you go to these Comic-Cons, it's just like everybody, it's a big open space. It's at the Javits Center. The space is massive.
It's not very open, though. It's so overly crowded.
Yeah. 200,000 people crammed in there, man.
That's it?
What the hell?
Oh, come on. That's not too bad. No.
Give me the people.
No, it's wild, man. The Comic-Cons, those conventions, they're another level. They're not like any horror convention that we've been to.
No, not like Monster Mania.
You mean like professionally done?
Monster Mania times like 20.
Yes, Mike, that's one thing. They are professionally done. And two, not knocking all of them. Some of them are very, organized, some of the conventions, from what I hear. But yeah, these conventions, like the Comic-Cons, massive. And you got people all over the world coming in for these things. So like right now, I didn't expect too many people, and I don't expect too many people to jump on to this conversation today and join the madness, because there's a lot of people that we know down there, including one of our own, the man himself, the anesthesiologist, Swift Knox. Swifty is down there doing his thing at Comic-Con. A lot of great updates, which could lead to something for all of us here at Horror 365 too. But he's, don't want to jinx it. He's out there. He's networking. He's doing what he does best. And, I cannot wait to hear all the updates from Comic-Con. Swift will be back on next Wednesday. But again, joining us, Mike, I got to tell you, last week, tell you this, buddy, you killed it. You did a tremendous job at hosting. I was out, as you can hear, my voice it came back, and now it's starting to go away again a little bit. But it was very organized. You did really well, man. Everyone on last week, tremendous job with that episode. So thank you for filling in for me, and this week filling in for Swift. Doing your thing. We love to have you. We love all the family on here, man. So I want to thank you.
What has everybody been watching now that we are officially in October?
Oh man, what are we now?
I've been hitting up these the Regal Cinemas 31 days of they're doing a movie
jealous.
a day. So I saw last Friday night. This was life changing. I saw Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D on the big screen.
Amazing.
And it was fantastic because that whole movie is a 3D gimmick. Every other shot is them, poking something, holding up an eyeball, but it was great. It was great seeing it in 3D. And then Nightmare on Elm Street was Saturday night, which this worked out pretty good because Tuesday night was New Nightmare. And since this just came out, I had time to watch the whole series in between. So watched all the Nightmare movies, which was great. I hadn't visited with them in a while. And tomorrow night is Army of Darkness. I've got tickets for Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
On the big screen.
I love that. It's my favorite horror comedy ever.
Great. It's great.
Hands down.
There's something about watching these old films in the theater. Like we didn't experience it.
Unreal.
Some of it because we weren't even born yet for some of these movies.
Yep.
Like just seeing that, being in the theater, that experience, the 35 millimeter. Oh, chef's kiss, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So what do you think watching the whole franchise now, the whole Nightmare from top to bottom? Is there anything?
Yeah, I think so. I really got into the slasher stuff when I was in probably 6th grade, early middle school, and I definitely started with the first Friday the 13th, and then went into. I think I had a 2-pack of Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2. So those were the two that I watched the most. I think I watched the whole series front to back probably 5-6 years ago for the first time. And I'd seen 3 and 4 a bunch, but I'd not seen 5 or 6. 5 and Freddy's Dead. So, this was a revisit for a lot of those. I freaking loved them all. I Die on the Hill, the best one is 2. 2 is
really
2 is excellent. Very underrated. Good shit on.
Set apart from the rest. I feel like it's way more personal than any of the other ones because it kind of just follows Jesse, and it's all about just Freddy's using him as he's the catalyst. It's very personal. A lot of people, chomp onto that one as a gay movie, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think there's so much room. It definitely is. But there's so much room for interpretation for everything in that movie because it's all it's psychological. And I think that's something a little different than some of the, Jason in Space, or I Don't Want It. Amen. But yeah, dude, why I stick to part 2 more than anything else is Freddy is the most demonic. Robert's wearing red and yellow contacts. I know the Jaeger said he specifically did the makeup a little different to make him look like a male witch. He's twisted and devious, and he's not funny in that movie. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like their Freddy funny. I don't.
How do you like
of course I love my Freddy funny, but there's something about him. He's just totally different in part 2 than in the
It's
other
a totally different level when he's more serious.
Yep.
100%. Iris in the building. Mama Swift. Don't worry about it. Happy freaking Friday. Fright Night Friday. Anyway, you're right, Wolfman Mike, both of you. He's much darker in this. This Freddy is, it's more horror. It's more horror. It's the most horror that we had out of all the sequels of the entire franchise. And the makeup was incredible in this one. some of the scenes, even when he came out of Jesse,
Yeah.
just him just coming. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
And then the pool scene. I mean, come on.
Well, the pool
You're
scene.
all my children.
No, you can't top it.
No,
He's just like hacking and slashing and out in the real world, and that's like the only real opportunity we ever see something like that happen in that franchise. And I think the acting. I think Mark Patton and I can't remember Lisa's. They're fantastic.
I think Kim Myers.
Yeah. I think they kind of elevate it from some of the cast in the first one, but that's just me.
Well, hey, listen, that's a hot take.
And I love the cast in the first one, but
hot take.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the whole Nightmare franchise overall, I feel like for me, and I love all the major ones, like Friday, Nightmare, Halloween. I think I can watch that entire franchise over all the other franchises in its entirety. Because there's, like you said, there's just not a bad film in that franchise. I feel like. I mean, hold on. Let me stop right now. Thinking of it. While I said that, I thought out loud.
5 and 6 are not great. 4,
it's a boy.
But they're all entertaining.
Yeah.
I think the thread that makes that one most unique is you have Robert for that continuity. You have that character. Like you get different iterations, even if it's the same. Like the later Friday movies, you have Kane in there, but he's different. He's different every single movie. Like you get tons of different actors.
I think what's ironic about that is Freddy is the one character who would make the most sense to be different in every movie, because
you're exactly right.
It should be your interpretation of what you're seeing as in your nightmare. And I think Robert had pitched that later on before he retired. He wanted to make one or film it or direct it maybe, and he came up with that idea. And I think that would be an awesome idea. And they, the only time they really did anything with that besides Snake Freddy was when they had the gigantic one where he was all muscular. What was that in Freddy's Dead? I think, right?
No, it was 5.
It was 5. Yeah.
What is the comic
Super
book,
Freddy?
Right?
Yeah, Super Freddy.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. But yeah, he did. He talked about that. He said it would almost make most sense. He's like, look, I can come back and be in the first 5 minutes, and transform into this new actor, and it's
he could literally be a different actor for each person's dream.
Doctor Whoing it, every generation.
He's the most vocal slasher. He has a total personality other than Michael and Jason. Yeah. He's just a personality, and I love Robert Englund. Love him for it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Everyone here has great points. I mean, Rob makes it, like I said, the continuity, right? It's just you get Rob the entire franchise, and he was even talking about some of his favorite. I was watching this video online. I think he enjoyed the most New Nightmare and Freddy versus Jason.
I love
the later ones, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought maybe the earlier ones, because especially the original. But and the OG's the OG, and he said that too. But he just there was something about the later ones and that New Nightmare, his role, I guess, as himself too. Because
New Nightmare was just so good. It was such a return to form, and just an excellent movie.
I'd say New Nightmare, it gets it's really personal. It's emotional, and I think that movie. Not that I have kids, but I have a twin brother, and he's got 2 little girls. Once you have that connection to kids in that way, when you watch New Nightmare, you're like, it hits way harder. Just watching Heather Langenkamp play a fictional version of herself, and dealing with he's trying to get her kid, so that movie was great seeing that on the big screen. Yeah.
And it was different too with Heather. I think her acting got better later on, because and I say this, and people want to crucify me, and I love Heather. Yeah. But in the original, there was some lines, man. There was some
your hall pass.
Yeah. Mother. Yeah.
How can you say I'm not taking it serious? It was just bad, man. It was horrible. I don't want to say horrible, but it was not that believable.
She's much stronger in part 3, and then when you watch New Nightmare, you're like, oh yeah, she's phenomenal. And
I brought John Saxon back as well. I go for all.
Yeah.
Love that aspect. Yeah, for that one, and all three of them actually. The building.
Johnny!
What's up, Johnny boy? How we doing?
Hi, you guys.
Where are you, brother? Where are you?
What's up, Horrorheads?
Hey!
What are you at the Comic Con?
I'm online at Universal, going to Terrifier.
Dang.
Oh my
Okay.
God! I'm
Universal.
so jelly right now.
I'm at Universal. Halloween Horror Nights. What's going
Look
on?
at that shirt. Wow.
Look at that shirt, Johnny boy, holding it down, representing. Let me do his intro because we didn't do the most electrifying cosplayer in the game today.
Sorry, y'all. I can't hear a thing, so I just wanted to say, what's up?
I can't
I
hear.
was just doing your intro.
Have a great show,
Look at this guy.
and I'll post what I can.
Okay, John, thank you.
Enjoy it, buddy.
Appreciate you, bro. Have fun.
Good.
Have fun down there. Thank you, John.
You'll be online for 5 hours.
Yeah.
All right, John.
It's just like when you send the audios and nobody really listens
I
to
know.
them.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. Have fun down there, John.
That's where I want to be.
All right, hold on.
Same. I'm so jealous I'm not there this year.
We're going to introduce the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Weiner. What's going on, Dave?
Hello there. Hello there. Hello.
Oh.
How you doing?
Welcome.
We're
Thank
doing
you for
better
coming
now
out
than
tonight.
That's it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You guys are already in session, so just don't mind me. You keep talking, and
No. We were just we had somebody, one of our team members down at Universal. He was showing us the Halloween Horror Nights down there.
very cool. In Florida or in
Yeah, Florida.
very cool.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. I'm so excited to have you back, and we talked with you in regards to the In Search of Darkness documentaries previously, but this is the new one that's out now, and we're talking 95 to 99. And you know what? I'm really excited about this because this is when I really started getting into horror a lot more, got older, really started watching these movies. And I want to see what you guys unveil in this one, like what gems that I missed.
I'm a 90s baby, so I appreciate this.
But,
That's good. That's good that you guys are. I mean, it's like there was all the 80s babies. We're happy to have three documentaries covering the 80s, and we at a certain point you got to either go forward to the next or you got to go back, or somewhere else. But the demand for these In Search of Darkness long form documentaries that I get to make is super cool.
Well, it's a testament to what you're doing and your ability.
Clearly, I get frozen a lot here, so bear with me, guys.
well, the frozen face looks great though, man. There's no usually when I freeze, it's weird face.
Right? Did I like glitch for the longest time in
Totally
the world?
natural looking.
No, it looked nothing like you were listening. I'm like, is he frozen? No.
I'll just do this the whole time, and when I freeze, you guys won't know. So sorry, I apologize. I missed your last question, but ultimately, it's very cool that after doing 3 for the 80s, we get to do the 90s now. We did it a little differently, where we divided it into part 1 and part 2, where you did 90 to 94. Now we're doing 95 to 99. And it's super cool that we have a brand new documentary. I'll say now and then I'll say later the little plug, but this is the final pre-order for the documentary. The documentary's done. I'm currently polishing it. I'm putting the doing this.
Making it look sexy. Yep.
But we haven't done the end credits yet. And what we like to do is between now and Halloween night, you could pre-order In Search of Darkness 95 and 99, and then you can get your name in the credits, and you can be alongside the likes of Doug Bradley, Jamie Kennedy, you name them. If they're in here, you could go to 90shorrordoc.com, and before I become a listicle, which is absolutely possible, you can see all the talent that's in the brand new documentary and who's been carried over from the previous one. But yeah, you guys could be in the end credits as well, which is a super cool thing that we like to do.
Yeah, that's what I love about it, Dave. It's like the fans, you and Creative VC team, you guys make the fans a part of this and a part of history. And that's amazing. That's all. Nobody else is doing that. So I give you guys a lot of credit with that. And I'm thinking about the 90s, right? And all these documentaries, it's polluted. Like when we think of horror and movies in general, it's polluted with like social commentary, and it speaks on the times. When you're digging into this, into like 95 to 99, what did you find the most intriguing?
I find, much like I did with the first half, there's so much more than the face value of what people think of when they think the 90s. You guys are horror fans, so I'm talking about sort of the larger populace who's just like the 90s, not much going on. What did they have? Well, there was Scream. I don't know, maybe Blair Witch. And I don't know. I don't know what else there was. But there was a huge amount of stuff. But there was the mainstream stuff. There was the teen, slasher revival, thanks to Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven. And that is amazing because that really put a spotlight back on horror as something that's bankable. But then there was all the sort of dark alley work that was still being done where the hardcore horror fans were seeking out the likes of, J-horror. They might have had maybe one meta movie too many, and they were looking for something a little darker. And so there was plenty of stuff that was on the video store shelves. And if, yes, you could go to Blockbuster and find some really cool titles, but if you went to that mom and pop that was still in business down the street, they'd have the titles where you're like, oh my God, I didn't know there was a thing called Tartan Asia Extreme. I got to check this out.
And it's not in the beaded section. But yeah, that's what's cool about back then. So I know I'm switching off to video stores. I used to love going to both. But you definitely find the more obscure films in the mom and pop shops and things that you would not find.
And I have very fond memories of the search. Ultimately, I had heard of this one title that my friend told me about, and you go to whatever was down the street, the closest one, they're like, they don't have it. Well, do you give up and you just get something else? Not if you're like a hardcore horror fan. I'm like, I am determined. I will go to like the 3 different spots all across town and zigzag until I can get my copy. Perhaps I should have called in advance, but oftentimes there's like, we can't hold anything, but it's one of those things where times have changed now. Things are a little different now, as we all know. And so it can't be understated that yes, instant gratification now with streaming is incredibly convenient. But there was something to the ritual of going to the video store and seeking out maybe something that you've been wanting, and then they finally have it in, and you're like, get it before someone else does. You get that one thing where it was like right next to that beaded section. You're kind of embarrassed. So you grab that, but you also get like Bambi and stack them up. So when you go, check them out, you won't be as embarrassed. They're like, oh, well, they must, I won't say anything. But, fundamentally, it was sort of the thrill of the chase as much as the discovery of brand new things. And that was very, very cool. It was a good time that I think a lot of people now who don't understand what that's like, I think they recognize the tangible nature of holding something in your hand is pretty, pretty cool. But I never thought back then that I would be extolling the virtues of seeking out at 4 different stores, trying to find the one thing that I wanted as something that I kind of miss.
You said it's the search. It was the hunt, going into the video stores. Yeah, I miss it. Dude. I'll tell you right now, it's every week. Finding something. I mean, I found Jack Frost in the video. Late 90s. I was like, what is it? And I'm not talking about the one with Michael Keaton. I pulled this. I'm like, what is this?
There's a certain amount of amusement that those of us in the know think when they think of all these parents who said, "Oh, it's the cute Michael Keaton movie." Dad becomes a snowman. Wait, it's the girl from American Pie, and what's happening to her with a snowman in the bathroom?
Oh, great!
Triangles with Christmas lights.
And I just have to interject and just say that Jack Frost is one of those movies that I will freely admit that I was a bit of a film snob in the 90s, and I would sort of think, well, if it wasn't in a theatrical release, if it wasn't in the theaters and straight to video, it's crap, But inevitably, these covers and the cover art and the titles or the word of mouth would sort of lead me to like the equivalent of a Jacko or a Jack Frost or a Carnosaur 3, or something like that. And I'd be like, okay, listen, maybe I should just set my pretensions aside and just enjoy it for what it is. And of those 3 that I mentioned, I got to say, who knew Jack Frost has highly entertaining as it has no right to be as entertaining as it is.
No. And like I think about it too. I think about some of those films. Jack Frost, like I said, was one. Another one I remember mid-90s, late was Uncle Sam. And that's an underrated, like, a horror movie. I mean, it's a
Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man was another big one. Yeah.
The 90s, they were
the picture on the VHS cover. Yeah.
They were making a concerted effort to create some brand new villains that we would really appreciate, that you could turn into a franchise as well. Wishmaster is definitely one.
Oh yeah,
God, I love Wishmaster.
So good,
so cool that I got to sit down with Andrew Divoff, the Wishmaster himself. Super nice guy. Happy to talk about, not only Wishmaster, but just he brought some of his art as well. And he has these Wishmaster rings that he sculpted himself and he wears because he loves it so much. Super great guy.
No, Dave, wait, real quick on the Wishman. Is this why we're getting a documentary? Did you wish that this came to fruition and he granted that?
Well, I wish for something else, and be careful what you wish for. That's what Wishmaster does. So then I had to grab the monkey's paw and do a reverse wish to get things going again, if that makes any sense to anyone but me. But yeah,
Oh man, no, it's cool that you sat down with it. Wishmaster. That movie's another one. Like there's so many cameos in there. And it's
right. That's the Expendables of horror. If Robert Kurtzman, who also is in our documentary, he directed that, and he wanted to surround himself with his horror buddies. And at first it was, Robert Englund, but then he realized, like, wait, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, Ted Raimi's in it. They're just all these folks where he just thought, how cool would that be? It would be kind of a novelty. Wes Craven was the executive producer of that. And it came together really, really well. Mike, you're wearing an Exorcist shirt. Have you ever seen the Exorcist Easter egg in Wishmaster?
No, I couldn't tell you what that is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I've seen Wishmaster. I think it was on VHS actually.
Well, if you're, there's sort of a big insane party at the end where all sorts of chaos happens. Look for the Pazuzu statue there.
Really, I have to revisit that now.
Yeah, you see, if you're looking for it, you won't be able to miss it. You're like, how did I miss that the first time? But then you might not have been knowledgeable at the time, of that kind of stuff. But yeah, there were all these amazing villains they were trying to create, but also carry on. The 80s villains were still going strong. So you had, Chucky was back with Bride of Chucky. Yeah. He got really, really, really meta. I have Don Mancini talking about that, which is super cool. Michael Myers decides to, get into the 90s, with Curse of Michael Myers, and then it totally rebooted with Halloween H2O, where that was a big deal. That was a big deal because Jamie Lee Curtis, 20 years later, decided to come back. Yeah. Now, of course, maybe that's less of a big deal when you think about it now because she came back yet again. But I think like every 20 years, she's just like, all right, I'll do Laurie Strode one more time.
I'm hoping we get a new conclusion.
20 years, she'll be, wheelchairing around. It'll be great.
Yeah.
She'll be the grandma in the house telling the kids on trick or treat about Michael Myers, and then the shape is back. Listen, I need something else than what we got for Ends, but that's a whole other discussion.
That's a whole other discussion.
I would love Laurie to come back.
I'm going to keep on name dropping. Like you got Pinhead, he's back. Leatherface, the tall man from Phantasm, with a couple sequels. You got 3 and 4 in the 90s.
It's cool. You get all of these. You get all these stars before they're stars. Matthew McConaughey, Renee Zellweger, and Texas Chainsaw, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
Paul,
Yeah.
if you look at Halloween 6 and you look at the credits, it's like, and introducing Paul Stephen Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of actresses had their start in horror, like Jennifer Aniston with Leprechaun.
Leprechaun, exactly.
I feel like a lot of them.
Yeah. You know, it's sort of the sort of training ground for a lot of folks getting an opportunity. And what the great story with Texas Chainsaw, Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where you have Kim Henkel, who wrote the original Texas Chainsaw. He's now directing it. But it was Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But it was released with a thud. But then they renamed it, and it came out a little bit later. But by that time, you had Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey had become big stars, and they called it Texas Chainsaw Next Generation, as we all know. And then they were not too pleased, or at least their managers and their agents were like, squash this bug before people find out that they were in a horror movie.
I can picture Matthew McConaughey like now, knowing him in like a modern horror. Let me tell you something in the face.
All right.
Some whiskey. Right. Oh man.
Well, that was a big deal for him because he had just done Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
And he was about to head to Hollywood and go for broke out there. But there was an audition for Texas Chainsaw, and he went in to play like a different part. And they're like, all right, thanks for reading. That's really cool. And they're like, we're looking for this one guy to play, sort of the main guy who's the tow truck driver. If you know someone, let us know. And he's like, yeah, sure, man. And, JKL, and then he walks out the door and he's just like, what the hell? I should be that guy. And he turns around and he goes back in. He nails that part and they give it to him. And then he goes to Hollywood.
It's like, well, listen, it's a big deal. Like Paige, what you said, like, there's a lot of actors that get their start in horror. Johnny Depp and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Kevin Bacon with Friday the 13th.
Right.
And it's
and they come and eventually they come to embrace it. And if you are understanding of how careers work and stuff like that, back then in the 80s and the 90s, horror was still kind of the redheaded stepchild. Horror was not a high watermark until this era that we're talking about, 95, 99, when all of a sudden horror was doing great at the box office. Horror was winning awards, when you got Silence of the Lambs and it sweeps the Oscars. All of a sudden, the likes of Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, they're like, wait, no, I want to do this too. Bram Stoker's Dracula, all of a sudden Coppola is just like, yeah, I think I'll just do this as well. And there was prestige that could be found depending on what you were what you ended up in. And so when Scream, which was not expected to do very well, did gangbusters, all of a sudden everyone said, let's put some gloss, let's get the cast of Dawson's Creek and Party of Five and any 90210 or Melrose Place people's available. How about Friends? Let's grab these people and put them in. And all of a sudden they're all lining up to be in like Dimension Films, and so there was some prestige because there was box office, and that's part of the interesting story about the second half of the 90s.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of that school, I guess school slashers, like you would call it, but it was like almost like a cardboard cutout in a way. Like even the poster art was very similar, I would say. Right. If you look at Scream, you look at Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer, all of these, it was just very similar. I mean,
that's the depressing part, is that all this amazing poster art kind of went the way of the dodo, where they're like, well, let's just put their faces in dramatic lighting, photoshopped, not painted. And because Scream and things like that did well, I Know What You Did Last Summer did very well. Everyone in marketing and at studios, they say, well, that must be the key. So we got to sell it this way. And then everyone, because they're doing well, does the same thing. I would argue it's not necessarily the last one, but the last one on the top of my mind that I really, really love is the poster for Mick Garris's Sleepwalkers. Look at that poster. It's this amazing, colorful painting of the cats going towards this like creepy little haunted house style sort of angle to it. It's frameable. I had that poster on my wall in the 90s.
It's like purplish or like purple blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's sorry, it's just art. It's literally art. So don't confuse the filmmaking with the marketing, because those are oftentimes apples and oranges. I would say actually Event Horizon managed to have a really good poster because it was the spaceship. They didn't sell anything other than infinite space, infinite terror. And I'm like, all right, sign me up.
I mean, you know what it is. You're right about that. I guess for me, like the artwork got me before when I was renting the movies. That's what drew me in. It wasn't even reading it; it was the art. And then I was, I'm just going to rent it because I love the cover. And then when they all start looking similar, it's like, well, now I got to see what this is about first before So
you can't tell. It's just like streaming now, where you're going.
It's cold. It's very cold. Yeah.
I can't recognize who that is. I don't no idea what it's about. Have I heard of it before? All right, I'll earmark that one, but I'll keep going, see if there's anything good. And then 45 minutes goes by, and you've not chosen what you want to watch, and now you're running out of time.
Dave, 45 minutes is actually record timing. I mean, we're talking 2 hours plus on nights. It's pretty rough. There's an abundance of content. Like there's just too much.
Back then, you also didn't have access to just go on YouTube and pick a trailer to watch to see if you have any interest in it. Those VHS covers, those posters, what sold you on it?
Absolutely. I mean, it really did make a difference. There was something that, and listen, like I mentioned, the more questionable one that I put right under Bambi. It's like at a certain age, you are absolutely looking at a certain age when you're looking for, who's in it? Sure, it doesn't matter. Do they have TNA? Do they have gore? Does the monster look cool? Can I watch this when my parents aren't home, or is it something I can't watch when my parents are home? These sort of would dictate your choices, but you like, I will come back to that one, or Evil Dead 2. It keeps on looking at me. That skull with the eyes.
No, a lot of good stuff in the 90s we did get, Dave. What do you think fans, though, from the 95-99 doc, what do you think they're going to enjoy the most about this one?
Everyone comes to it differently. I what I can say is that, I'll reach out to the uninitiated, those who haven't seen the In Search of Darkness documentaries. I get to make these amazing, insane, long-form documentaries. They're crowdfunded, so we can kind of do what we want. So we don't divide it like a TV show. And the first couple I did, they started at 4 hours, and they got to 5.5 hours. Then we decided to do the 90s divided into 2 parts. I'm now making like 6-hour movies each. But ultimately, you can stop and start it because they're divided by year, where you have curated a bunch of amazing titles, well-known, eclectic, mid-range, studio, indie, shockers, shot on a camcorder in the backyard, but with lots of grit and spunk and determination. And so you get to discover brand new stuff. But what's cool about these documentaries is I get to get all these folks who were either in front of the camera or behind the camera, or they're authors or journalists or experts. And it's a big celebration of all this stuff. And so whether you are a hardcore horror fan, whether you're a casual horror fan, whether you're a film nerd, whether you're looking for something to give you ideas, or you've got your list and you're actively waiting to say, I watched this and put it on Letterboxd.
List. That's becoming a thing, man. It is a thing. It's like you watch these documentaries. For those that never seen this and you're living under a rock, you got to check out In Search of Darkness documentaries. Yeah. When you start watching it, you're going to start writing down movies. It's just you're going to do. It's I got to watch this. I
used to take notes when I first started getting into like making content. I would sit there and just take notes on like what the actors had to say and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to put this in a reel. I'm going to put this in a reel. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh,
it's
awesome.
A time capsule, It's
exactly,
a time capsule.
Yes. And 80s I was really big into. I'm even my name's in the back of the book for the 80s.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I mean I loved 80s horror, so I was big into that. And I would literally 7 hours of like content. I sat there with a pen and paper the whole time, and I'm like, this is good, this is good, this is great. So I mean, hey, what you do is amazing.
So like to ultimately answer your question, everyone is kind of looking for something different. If anything, I just have to explain the format because there are a lot of people who don't know what they're walking into, and they're like, "Yeah, that sounds really cool. I really like the trailer." And then they're like, "How long is this thing? Holy crap!"
Yeah. Well, but you know what it is? Yeah. Even though, like you said, Dave, to your point, it's lengthy, but we want something that's quality, which you're providing, what Creative VC provides, and we don't care if it's long. We're going to dissect it. We're going to sit there, like you said.
It's clearly a love letter to the fans of the genre and the genre itself.
3 times.
No, 100%. Like, and it's something that, like, again, I said this and I mean it. Like, no one else is doing this, and this is something that I personally was looking for, just like a whole compilation of the best from every year and from decade, 80s, 90s, and it's just it's interesting to find movies that I haven't seen. And then put on this list that we were talking about, and then find out more about the movies I had seen. And
I think what's kind of cool is there's a lot of these movies that we've all seen, know. So, but I have to give it lip service, or I have to do a segment on it. When I say I have to, it's like because it's part of the puzzle of the entire decade, and how influential it was, what it was reflecting in terms of the zeitgeist, pop culture zeitgeist, where it became really big and everyone was quoting it at the water cooler, whether it was the ending of, The Sixth Sense and I See Dead People, or holy crap, did you see Blair Witch? They still haven't found those hikers yet. There was so much going on, but I think ultimately it's one of those things where people need to understand. I lost my train of thought. I had a good one. There was a nugget there, but
it's coming back to you.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. But I think when they don't understand it's that long, but I'll go to Letterboxd and I will read it because I'm not. First of all, I'm not afraid. There are plenty of people who everyone just puts their opinion on, and they love it, they hate it, and if they hate it, that's fine. I can actually learn something from it. But what I did learn collectively is that so many people say, this is a comfort blanket for me, or I could watch this 24/7, or I can't wait for the next one. And it's only 6 hours. I could just keep isn't it 24 hours? And so that to me is this validation that there are a lot of people who really do get it. Although I do want to say that one of my all-time favorite reviews is for the first In Search of Darkness, and someone they put no stars and they just wrote, "Why the fuck is this 4 hours?"
Oh man, congrats. Well, listen, to answer that guy, because it's 4 hours of quality shit. And no matter, and straightforward, like to your point, I watched the other documentaries, and even after watching it, man, I have it on in the background like a Yule log. Like it's Christmas time, Halloween, it's just background noise, and I'm hearing some, that's just, that's me. I don't know if anybody else does that, but like after watching it, yeah, like you said, it's like a comfort thing. It's just there's something about it, and I love the conversations that
I never when I made this, and because it's so long. First of all, I always like to make sure that I do a shout out to Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street documentary, and Crystal Lake Memories, because those two came out before In Search of Darkness. But because I had concerns that it was just running so long, those sort of gave me permission because the horror community loved those so much. Mm-hmm. And no one seemed to be daunted by the fact that those were not broken up into a series and it's like one long deal. And so that sort of emboldened me to be able to do this. But I never in my wildest dreams, even when I was done and I was very proud of the first one, I'm just like, no one's going to want to watch this more than once, maybe twice if they watch it like again in another year. But then I discovered people do. They put it on when they're working around the house. They put it on when they're falling asleep. They watch just a little bit. Or fundamentally, what it comes down to is they're appreciating the celebration from the people who are there talking so positively about the genre. As fans, you don't get that very much. You know, yes, we live in kind of a bubble where, you know, there are people who really love stuff and you're like, great, you're my people, you understand. You know, I can't say that I love my wife very much, but I can tell you she does not understand. You know, so, you know, you surround yourself with people who are like-minded and who get it. But they're still the gatekeepers. They're still the, you know, I only like elevated horror, you know. So you get a movie like this, which is just an even playing field of all sorts of movies. It's a celebration. You, excuse me, you learn a couple things, and the stuff that you already know is reinforced, and you're like, I knew that. I'm smart. I knew that too. You know?
Hey, Dave, what would you say was your biggest challenge going into these documentaries?
Biggest challenge is as a completist and wanting to have all of it and knowing that that's just absolutely impossible, is trying to fit everything and trying to find the ultimate on-camera interviews to represent it. So it's sort of a chicken and the egg thing, because it's like, well, you know, Cube is one of my favorite movies. That's kind of an unsung movie in the 90s. How cool would it be if I could get the director of Cube, Vincenzo Natali? I'm sure he doesn't care, or, you know, to be on my documentary. I'm sure I probably can't get through to him through his representation. Lo and behold, he's like, absolutely. He's in Toronto. He sits down. We have this amazing 2-hour conversation. He's all over this documentary, In Search of Darkness 95 and 99, not only talking about his experience making Cube, but talking about just all the other horror concepts and movies that he loves. And it was just an absolute pleasure to be like, this is a great guy. You know, this is a really good guy. Not only is he like articulate and smart, he just loves this stuff. He wore his Zardoz shirt. And so, you know, he gets it. And it was very, very cool to me.
It's very interesting. A lot of people, they don't even know what I'm talking about. When I'm like, have you seen Cube? And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that's the thing, is you can, well, rather than if they've never seen it, you get to introduce it to them.
Yes, I do. I love it.
Like Tom Savini likes to say, that it's more about old movies, but it's like, you know, it's not an old movie if you haven't seen it. You know, it's new to you, right? So, you know, these are movies where, you know, and Cube was one of those movies where I walked by it a bunch of times. I never saw it in the theater. It was on the shelf at the video store, and I thought tangentially, I'm like, is this like in the Hellraiser universe? I didn't quite understand. I thought it was like, are these people in a giant lament configuration? It kind of looks like Pinhead's not on the box. What's going on? And I finally got around to watching it, and I was just like, this is my new favorite movie. And massive kudos to who I ultimately met, the filmmaker, for clearly this is a low-budget film with a bunch of, at the time, no-name actors, and knocked it out of the park with great writing, great storytelling, great pacing, amazing sets, and a contained space. And Vincenzo Natali, I don't know if you guys have ever seen another movie that he did that Guillermo del Toro produced called Splice. Seek it out. So good.
I didn't see it. I heard of it. I've never seen that movie.
Don't
go on the list, Dave.
Don't read about it. Just watch it and be shocked and entertained.
I love it.
Yeah, go ahead,
I have a question for you, David. So you've interviewed like so many different horror legends, but was there one conversation that completely changed your view of 90s horror for this one?
By the way, I'm interviewing 4 legends right as we speak in real time.
Oh, come on. Let's
God bless.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that, but
so like,
I didn't think his head could get any bigger.
90s horror.
Say again? One more time.
Like, what stuck out the most about 90s horror from the collective of all these people? I feel like 90s horror was a different, like 80s was like all slashers, but 90s was like new. It was like a newer genre. It all just kept trying to like keep up with the times and be different, you know?
I think it was cool talking to, say, the likes of Rebecca Gayheart, who is Brenda Bates in Urban Legend. And this was a great, you know, she was the Noxema girl before she was Brenda Bates, you know. I mean, she's on TV and she was in Scream 2 and stuff like that. But that's not necessarily what you would think would be her wheelhouse. And she really relished this opportunity when she got that script, and she's like, I will be this character. And I'm going to spoil it if anyone's seen Urban Legend, not seen Urban Legend. So la, 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 la. It's just like, there's so few female serial killers. This is like an amazing opportunity. And she's just like, and she fought for it and she got it and she loved it. And she had such a great time. You know, I would say collectively, it's kind of a different vibe from the 80s, where at least when I'm talking about the second half, not necessarily the first half, all these actors actually really wanted to do this. This was Scream was a hit. You know, Michael Rosenbaum, I also get to talk to, and he was in Urban Legends, of course, Smallville, Lex Luthor. He's a horror nut. He's a really cool guy. He's like, Dave, you know, I'm in the credits of In Search of Darkness. I'm like, you're a nerd.
Oh man.
But yeah, these guys were just like, holy crap, like a Dimension film. I want to fight to be in this, you know. But he was, when he did that movie, you know, I got Urban Legend on the brain, but he was just like, I just don't want to get fired, but because it's my first big movie. But you know, there was a different sort of vibe in the second half of the 90s where people finally were fighting for and wanted to be in horror, you know. And meanwhile, you have another thing where that's a sort of consistent theme that's running through of the many themes of this era, is that, you know, you talk to, say, John Carpenter, who I got to sit down with and talk about his movies, you know, he's trying to do something different. He does like In the Mouth of Madness. And it doesn't do that well. People only clued into that later, you know. It did all right, but it was not a big hit at the box office. You know? So I mean, he was trying to do Creature from the Black Lagoon, do a remake of that during that time. And that, you know, we all know that still is yet to happen. Yeah. But a lot of these veteran directors were either carving new paths, like David Cronenberg is just trying to get out of horror, you know, Sam Raimi getting out of horror. And then kudos to them for wanting to be like, well, yes, I've established that I could do horror. So, you know, Sam Raimi, he's like, well, I'll do a Western, Quick and the Dead, you know.
That movie's awesome.
I think it's because like
Sam Raimi, great man.
The times were changing, and what they were doing before wasn't working. So there was this new, it's like this new set of rules for horror, and I think honestly, it started with New Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. In terms of just sort of sorry to interrupt you, but like repackaging something and basically breaking down what you had established and then coming at it at an entirely different angle. And that's the whole meta consistency of this whole decade, where, first of all, Scream wasn't the first meta film, but that was the film where it really broke out, where everyone said, I want to make a movie like that. That's clever, that's smart, that speaks to the audience, that knows the audience knows, so we'll deliver what the audience knows, but to make you know, left and right red herrings and turns when it comes to the tropes, so you're still thrilled, you know.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It was a game like Who's the Killer, and it had you invested.
Scream was genius.
But Wes Craven was like that was his sandbox with New Nightmare, you know, arguably even before that, you know, with People Under the Stairs. And, you know, he was trying to do things that were different, but, you know, that would be sort of a bit of a satire. I mean, I remember seeing People Under the Stairs saying that looks like a scary movie. And I'm just like, holy, this is like the most entertaining wild ride that's also like a socio-political commentary about, you know, the haves and the have-nots all in just this one building with insane characters. Anyway.
Mommy and Daddy. They do. Come on, let's be honest.
Mommy and Daddy.
Anybody here, and shout out to Everett McGill, man. I mean, he was the priest in Silver Bullet. In this one, throwing on that gimp suit. And everybody had to get creative after seeing that movie.
Twin Peaks guy.
Yeah, Big Ed, man.
And you talk about the GIMP suits. So that's another thing, is that, concurrently, Pulp Fiction cannot be understated. Quentin Tarantino's huge, but at that time, Reservoir Dogs did really well, and that kind of put him on the map. But he still wasn't the Quentin Tarantino that was on a household name. He does Pulp Fiction, much like Scream 2 years later. Everyone looks at that and looks at the meta elements and the conversation it has, with the audience, in terms of like recognizing things and be cool like Fonzie, be cool. All these things where you're like, yeah. I eat Fruit Brute, that's watch Eric Stoltz. He's eating Fruit Brute, right before Uma Thurman needs to. But anyway, my point is that that influenced not only other films and filmmakers, but other genres. That hugely influenced the fact that From Dusk Till Dawn became this massive thing, because he wrote that before he was he was a screenwriter for hire from Robert Kurtzman, who wanted to make that his directorial debut. I'm all up with all the stuff that, I'm excited. There's lots of cool stuff to talk about.
I'm so excited to watch this one.
But yeah.
15 times.
Anyway, I'll stop talking, because I feel like I'm just yapping and yapping.
No, everything you're saying is gold. It's gold, Dave. Wolfman, I know you had I think I cut you off before. Somebody was talking.
No, you're good. You're good. David, you might have to think on this for a bit. Do you have a collective memory, especially from this time period, going to the theater? What was a movie that you saw in theater where the audience reactions were just out of this world? Like visceral terror. Was there anything that you remember seeing in theaters and it was just like everybody was hooting, hollering, scared?
Yeah, it's a good. Well, I'm going to go back to the second. I'm going to go back to the first half, and that would be I saw Exorcist 3 opening night.
Okay.
Yeah. City Walk. So it was a packed theater. I'm like, really? All these people want to see Exorcist 3 after Exorcist 2? And but I was just like, hey, let's go out. Let's go to the movies, And I will never forget that, spoiler alert moment where you guys have seen this. I don't know how much, There's this one jump scare. I'm just going to leave it for people who haven't checked out Exorcist 3. Yes, exactly. And I remember that moment. I'm going to break it down ad nauseum, because I remember it's a scene in a hospital where it's this long shot of a hallway, and this long shot goes interminably, and you're thinking, what's happening? Like, people started talking to each other in the theater, like is this what's going on? Is this an experimental film? Like, what? Like, let's get to it. Like, what's happening? And then you get to that jump scare, and I remember you could not hear any of the dialogue for 5 minutes, because everyone freaked out and was laughing and chattering and laughing some more, because everyone had been absolutely frightened. And so movies like that are the ultimate experience, when you get to be in a big, massive theater and people want to be scared and entertained, and you get a moment that exceeds your expectations, and you're like, holy crap, that's an amazing thing. And some of my greatest movie memories are going to movies where I kind of had low expectations. And I sat in there, and it was one of the best things I'd ever seen.
I mean, nowadays I kind of feel like you got to set the bar low. No, I mean, I do. That's just me. It's my opinion.
I kind of agree.
Can I make a bold suggestion that none of you guys are? I will be impressed if you can pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
Do not watch any trailers.
I always go in blind.
So if you learn a movie's coming out, like I'm going to see Tron Ares. I'm like, I love Tron. I'm going to see Tron. I've not watched 1 second of the trailer because I'm going to see it. So I want to be able to watch it organically and not have anything spoiled. You know, when you watch the trailer these days, they give you practically everything, if not the finale.
Everything, the whole movie, every trailer is there.
They'll also throw in stuff that sometimes doesn't even make the cut, but they just want to entice you. Mm-hmm. So you're in this movie, and even if you're, you know, very engrossed in the story, you're like, oh yeah, well that I know that person's going to die, or that person's going to fall from a building, or they're not even in the computer yet. I know that's coming, you know, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So I highly recommend. See, I used to work at Entertainment Tonight. So I 13 years where I had to write, and I was the film editor. I would write about everything. It got to the point where I had to write stories about like the teaser to the trailer. Oh my God. I knew more about a movie. I realized I had never seen, what was the second one after The Amazing Spider-Man? It was just called The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the one with But I remember I had seen so many clips from Sony that I realized, because I had a kid, I had my baby, I could not go out to the movies. Years later, I put that movie in because he loved Spider-Man, and I'm like, yeah, I'd never seen this. I know I didn't see it, and I'm like, I know every moment of this movie. I know that I didn't see it. Why do I know? And it's because I watched 45 minutes of like exclusive clips. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I digress. But it's really enjoyable to, when it's not your job, to not know a thing about a movie, choose that you want to go, and then just watch it. And
the big one that I've avoided anything is Black Phone 2. I've seen nothing.
Yes,
I'm like, I got a week. I've been in the theater a bunch this year, and it'll come on, and I'm like, I don't care if anyone sees.
Yeah, you go la la la. Well, because most theaters now have reserved seating, and they always have 25 minutes of trailers.
Yep.
Always.
I'm that guy who shows up when Nicole Kidman is saying the movies are up.
Right.
I time it. I'm like, I got an extra 25 minutes.
No, I mean, listen.
UMC started putting a disclaimer on the website with how long the trailers are now.
Yeah.
No, it's wild. We recently went to go see the Conjuring Last Rites. I'm in there with the missus, and I'm like, the movie's supposed to. It's 20-something minutes. I'm watching trailers here.
Yep.
I already finished my M&Ms.
Halfway through, it's not going to carry me.
Yeah, no, I'm halfway through the Coca-Cola. I'm already hyper as it is. I'm fidgeting in the seat. I had to get up. I said, I'm getting out of here. I walked around, came back, boom, just in time. Movie started. But yeah, you're right. There's too many trailers, and they give away so much. And
everything.
Swift, shout out to Swift, one of our team members. He's at Comic-Con right now, doing his thing over at New York Comic-Con. He says that all the time, Dave. Don't watch it. Don't watch it if you know.
Yeah, but he's also the first one to send you every trailer.
You
need to watch.
Yeah, and it's hard because you have to stay off social media when a movie's coming out and all that stuff like that. But I started. I can't remember exactly when I started that, but I started around the time Ari Aster was starting. People were talking. So I'm going to see this Hereditary movie that no one's seen, and I just sat in there cold, based on recommendations. Scared the living crap out of me, but I did that for like Midsummer as well. I don't know what it is, but I liked Hereditary, so I'll go see it. You know, it's also rewarding. Anyway, we're clearly. I feel like I'm monopolizing the conversation about.
No, you're not. Yeah, Dave, listen, they're tired of hearing me talk, and you know, we want to hear you.
Ask me questions.
I went into Bone Lake completely had no clue what I was getting myself into, and honestly, I really liked it. It had elements of like funny games and this and that, cat and mouse, and I really liked it. And I'm so happy that I did not see one trailer about it. I'm very happy.
That's how I felt with Barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good.
And weapons, you know. So
weapons. That was.
But I
think Swift was sending me a trailer weekly for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch it. Any trailers that come up in our chat, I want to watch.
One of the things that, based on what you've asked me, one of the challenges of making these movies, these documentaries, is how much can I reveal? How much can I spoil for a film that's 30 years old, you know, or 40 years old? And I, for the first In Search of Darkness, I spoiled way too much, thinking, well, everyone's seen this stuff, and I kept on seeing on good old Letterboxd. I really, really enjoy this, but why do they spoil like every single movie? You know, they spoil too much, so I'm going to skip it. You know, the only thing I didn't spoil, even though I danced around it, so I kind of implied something was going on, was Sleepaway Camp. You know, right?
Listen.
By the way, you should watch Sleepaway Camp in a double feature with The Crying Game. But anyway,
I got something here. Under the Floorboards. Shout out to John, by the way. Under the Floorboards.
Love you, John.
He has an award show coming up. He does an independent indie film award show. It's November 1st. He was also mentioning earlier, speaking of trailers, if you got a trailer that you want to pop on the award show for the commercials, he would pop it on there. He said right here, I feel like when they cut stuff from the film that was in the trailer, it's gaslighting.
Yeah. Well, so I got to the point where that's one of the reasons why I stopped, because you feel gypped, that it's but listen, from the standpoint of a filmmaker, I must provide a little insight. Marketing does what they want to, and the director, director's producer often has very little say in how they market a film, what goes on the poster, what goes in the trailer. But especially these days, oftentimes there will be a test market screening, and audiences will like something, they won't like something. And if you don't have final cut, you are sort of tasked with changing things. And oftentimes a trailer will come out earlier, several months early, and no one's seen your movie. An audience sees your movie, they make you change things. They make you cut things. They make you tack on a different ending, whatever it is. And so, but even if there's no test market screening, I will be tinkering with my movie. We debuted our trailer this past week, and it's very exciting for me. But I am still tinkering with a movie that's a little too long. I've had to cut certain things out. I'm not going to say a word, but there might be something in there, like a bite or something like that I had to cut out for time. Or a segment that I had to cut out for time. Or B, we're trying to provide a vibe with what movies were out during the second half of the 90s, but one of those movies or two of those movies might not even be, did I freeze again?
No, but, you know what we need, Dave? I'm sort of. We need now that you said that, we need a director's cut extended. An extended director's cut. We need 8 hours, baby. We need it. That's it. No, but all jokes aside, there's just so much, Dave. There's so much to include. It's hard to just encapsulate that whole time period. Like this
is the longest documentary. I say this each and every time, but it's a true statement each and every time. This is now so. The last In Search of Darkness, which because we were dividing the decade into two parts, the idea was like, well, we'll do a 3-hour movie and then another 3-hour movie, and if people really like it, we'll probably just go again and put it all together or something like that. And I was just like, everyone loves and wants more bang for their buck. So I didn't have to battle with Robin Block. He gets it. So he's just like, if you want to do a 5+ hour movie, go for it. And next thing I know, with credits, we're at 6 hours. This time around, I'm like, I will aim to do the same because I want to be at least balanced with the first half. This is now the longest one. You guys are hearing it first. Yeah. This is 6 hours even before I put in credits.
Love it.
Nice.
Let's go, baby.
My apartment for this.
And I've cut out about 90 minutes.
We need more. We need listen. No, that's amazing.
And so, please, a shout out to Alex Townley, my editor, who's insanely amazing, intuitive with his clip choices, a whiz. He works in the UK. We make the 8-hour time difference between LA and London work for us to our benefit. He's phenomenal. He did the In Search of Darkness 90 to 94. Now he's doing 95 and 99. He's phenomenal. Same team. doing this as the last one. The music is phenomenal. Dream Invaders is back doing their music.
Oh man, I'm telling you, all the scores that you have for these documentaries just blow my mind. I love it all. Yeah, good soundtrack you got, Dave.
And I don't know if you guys are, on Sunday, I'm doing the final Q&A. So it's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So you do the math for where you are. So 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to do the final Q&A. I'm going to show a film segment, and I'm going to play 2 tracks from Dream Invaders.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very good.
When is this take, or where is this taking place?
Where is this? How do you find it? Go to our socials, 80s Horror Doc, and it'll be posted on our socials. If not now, you could go check it out. And there'll be a link, a YouTube and all that stuff like that. We sent it out to backers in an email this week, but likely over the weekend on socials, we'll be putting it as well. So if you've already backed In Search of Darkness, check your spam folder or check your email, because it went out, I think, in the last day or two with a link on how to find it on Sunday.
I got it.
Awesome. Okay, you got it. Okay, I got to check it out. Tony says best 90s horror movie all time, Troll 2.
Yes. Which had very little to do with Troll 1, but
And he said, did you know that the priest from The Exorcist is the father of Jason Patrick, which is Michael from The Lost Boys? Also, the brother is Joshua Miller from Near Dark, and his grandfather is Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, it's Hollywood family. I love a lot of these movies where you only discover later their Hollywood lineage. There's dime a dozen because there are so many. But I've often watched a movie where I'm like, that guy looks so familiar. Or that woman, why do I feel like I've seen it before? I know she's new, and then she's and sometimes they change the last name, like Meryl Streep's daughter, Mamie Gummer, right? And she works in movies and TV and all that stuff like that.
And you never know, because they change it
name, or like, sorry to interrupt you, but back in the day, Emilio Estevez, I was like, wait, that's Martin Sheen's kid? Wait, that's Charlie Sheen's brother? Wait, but he's Emilio Estevez. What? I digress.
I met Jason Patrick a few years ago and asked him about Jackie Gleason. And he was not offended, but he was just like, didn't know him. And that's all I said. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. It was his mother's father. Yeah.
So it was his mother's father. Well, very cool. Mm-hmm. I actually, this is the first night tonight that I was this year old when I learned this connection. So listen, I've never claimed to know it all, and I always love little random factoids that I could share at the next cocktail party.
No, in that same vein of not knowing it all, which interview throughout these documentaries was the hardest for you to get, and which was the most rewarding? When you say hardest to get, and they're also, most of them are so hard to get. They really are. It's quite a process that I think maybe I've explained it in the past, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And not like I wouldn't talk about it, but it's, you got to go through all the agents and the managers and the publicists, and Michael Rosenbaum was the easiest because I've interacted with him in the past, and I've interviewed him when I was at Entertainment Tonight. But I also I've seen him at horror conventions, and I knew that he liked In Search of Darkness. So I knew that I could reach out to him. Right. Now I'll rephrase it then. Instead of hardest to get, maybe one that you were surprised you were able to get.
There you go. See, I went for the low-hanging fruit as opposed to the hard stuff. Sorry, give me 3 seconds because so many people come to my mind.
30 seconds starting now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh man, Megan 3 in the works. No.
Oh my God, the pressure.
No pressure.
did it too. Yeah.
Sorry, I totally got distracted by looking at this cast and you're saying the most interesting based on the easiest ones I found.
However you want to answer it.
Ask the question again. I apologize. I totally got distracted.
Originally, it was which interview was hardest to get, and because that was, I guess, too difficult, which one were you surprised that you were able to get?
Dee Snider of Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Also who did Strangeland. Strangeland, and he stars in Strangeland.
Strangeland's one of my favorite movies.
So good.
And apologize. I feel like I have ADD. I got totally thrown by Siri like yelling at me.
13 seconds.
No, see, there you go. What now? Oh my God,
Well, I say the magic name and they're always listening. Dee Snider is one of the best interviews out of a lot of great interviews in Search of Darkness 95 and 99. He is so entertaining. He's got so much energy. A lot of times I envision this where I'm just like, oh, Strangeland, that's a little left of center. Not too many people know that. That's a really cool one. That's a great one because it kind of encapsulates this era of the internet being brand new and sort of the dark alleyway that the internet was at first. It's magical and cool, and then quickly people realized that catfishing wasn't a word back then, but you could do that kind of stuff. So when you get the response, yeah, Dee would love to talk to you. I'm like, holy crap. And I do my little, jig. And I sat down with him and he was just so entertaining and talked about music as well as his performance. I'll give you a little nugget. Okay. He wanted to do something that was different. Because he was watching Chucky and Leprechaun, he's like, and Freddy, and he's like, yeah, these guys are fun, but I don't want to be laughing at these villains. I want my horror villains to be scare the shit out of me. I want to create a horror villain that really scares the shit out of people, and I want to go dark. I really want to go dark, and so he had created this. I'm gonna give too much away, so I'll rein myself in. But he has a song where he created a Twisted Sister song where he created Captain Howdy already in the course called Helltown, I think it's called. And he wrote a script, and he's just like, I am going to go because he had done a music video with Tom Savini called I think it's Too Cruel for School, something like that. And Tom Savini did makeup for it and stuff like that for Twisted Sister. And so he's like, I'm going to go to my friend Tom Savini and I'm going to show him my horror script and I'm going to get the reaction from him. And Tom reads it and Tom's like, it sucks, man. It really sucks. And he's just like, oh no. And you know what? Instead of just being like, well, what an asshole, he got on a train and went all the way to Pittsburgh. And he's like, I sat at the knee of Tom Savini and I said, teach me. How can I why does it suck? Break it down. Show me what I'm missing, Sensei. And I'll leave it at that. It's really fun talking with him.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. He wants to rock and we're rocking out.
Exactly. I want to rock.
Yeah, man. Twisted Sister. Oh, I can't wait to see this, Dave. I really am excited about it.
I'm going to name drop some other folks that are cool. Talk to Jamie Kennedy. Sat across from Jamie Kennedy, talking about Scream 2.
Was Most Wanted was another horror film that we didn't talk about. No.
And Tremors as well.
Yes.
Right?
Tremors.
In the later Tremors. Rusty Cundiff, the director of Tales from the Hood.
Oh man, right? Yes.
That's super awesome. I talked about Event Horizon earlier. I got to sit down. I got to go to Paul W.S. Anderson's house and hang out.
Man. Jesus.
How cool is that?
That's awesome, Dave.
I stayed an extra hour hoping Mila Jovovich was going to walk around, but she wasn't. What else? I talked about Andrew Devoff. That was super cool. William Malone, House on Haunted Hill. Did you guys know that he directed that? Did you know that Bill Malone he used to, in his early days, worked at Don Post Masks, and they wanted to make a William Shatner mask, and so he made the William Shatner mask. And then one day, this guy that he loved, that he thought was super cool, the guy who did Assault on Precinct 13, John Carpenter, he did Dark Star. He walks in with his crew and he's like, we want to take this Shatner mask and we want to like spray paint it white and do some stuff like that and use it for this movie about babysitters being murdered. And he's just like, all right, okay. The rest is history. He sculpted the Michael Myers mask that we all know and love.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, because they were saying it, William Shatner mask, and it's iconic. It's iconic now, that pale, emotionless face.
Yeah, I'm going to name drop a couple more folks before I become a listicle. But another really great movie of the late '90s that I think is totally slept on is The Rage Carrie 2.
Yeah,
and I am the first person to say that when that came out, I just kind of dismissed it because I loved Carrie so much, Brian De Palma's Carrie, and I was just like, yeah, no, I don't think so, But I saw it many years later, and I was just like, this is a really, 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 really good film. If anything, it just has the kind of stigma that people associate. Well, it's not Carrie, it's a sequel, and Sissy Spacek isn't even in it, even though she dies. Spoiler alert, But how cool is it that I got Emily Bergel, the star of Rage Carrie 2, to sit down with me. And it's a really, really, really great cast who celebrates this stuff. She talks about other stuff too. She's like, I love The Craft. That was a great movie, I got the director, Andrew Fleming. I got the director of The Craft. That was pretty cool too. So anyway, I'm becoming a listicle now. So you can go to 90shorrordoc.com. You could see the entire cast that's in there. If you missed In Search of Darkness 90 to 94 and you want to get that, you could get a 2-pack. So you can get like in a nice sleeve, you can get part 1 and part 2. It's now a 12+ hour journey through the 90s.
And it's well worth it. Every minute, every hour. Definitely, I'm excited about it. What were you saying, Paige? I'm sorry.
Every second, it's worth.
No, 100%. Dave, I have a little segment. We went through this before. I think back in the day. We go back, Dave. We go back to 80s. Okay, but this is the 2-minute drill here. I ask you a bunch of questions. We're doing it live now, so there's no pressure and there's no right or wrong. It's your answer.
As long as my electronic companion doesn't interrupt me, I'll be fine.
I just hope it doesn't start to take over and it's like Terminator 2. Like this is
that's around the corner. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Let me get the timer. Go, Mike. You want to keep time, or you want me to do?
You do it.
Okay, I do. Yeah, my wife's like, no, Jimmy, come on. All right.
You do it.
All right, there we go. We're gonna keep time here. All right, ready, Dave. 3, 2, bang. Favorite '90s horror slasher?
Sorry, you started the timer. Am I doing the whole decade, or am I doing?
We're gonna restart. Yeah, we're doing the entire decade. We'll restart it.
Okay.
Right. Fresh start. Here we go. We do this again. Bang. Favorite '90s horror slasher?
Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3.
Yeah. Favorite '90s horror movie soundtrack?
So many, but I would have to go with Silence of the Lambs, Howard Shore.
Got it. Most underrated '90s horror movie?
Delamore de la Morte, a.k.a. Cemetery Man.
Cemetery Man. Favorite '90s character? Horror character.
If he just showed up in the Candyman.
Candyman. Okay, you said it once. Favorite.
Did I say that before?
No. You said it once. Ain't got Don't
be careful.
Sometimes good. Just there's no mirrors around now. Favorite '90s sequel.
Sorry, I'm a little slow. All right, '90s sequel.
Yep.
'90s sequel. Pet Sematary 2.
Ooh. Weapon of choice.
The Necronomicon.
80s or '90s horror?
Yes.
Best horror personality from the 90s.
Ooh, Jeffrey Combs.
Yo, yes.
Favorite 90s horror movie quote.
Groovy.
Most
that's an Army of Darkness as well. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So most maniacal laugh award goes to
Dr. Giggles.
If you had all 90s movies lined up in it right now inside of a video store, which one would you rent?
I would rent Jacob's Ladder. You can't make me choose.
I know. I know. You're about to, Jimmy, come on, this is unfair. No, we hit time. So there's another question I want to ask you. So 90s horror movie crush.
90s horror movie crush. Jennifer Tilly.
Oh man,
Yeah.
her voice, man, is so distinct too. It's
Yep.
cute, it's so distinct. You know, Chucky, I can't do it, man. She's amazing. I'm with you on there. Oh man, I was trying to get a good line. Give me a line. Maybe we could. No, I'm not going to impersonate it. We're going to lose followers here. Okay. No, Dave, man, you did pretty good. You had a couple more lined up there, but
give me one more. Give me one more.
Oh, hold on. Close it out.
It's gone now. It's gone. All right.
It's gone. No, we're bringing it back. We're resurrecting it, Dave. Hold on a second.
All right.
We got it.
Halloween Resurrection.
All right. So what do I have here? Okay. Scream Queen of the 90s.
Of the 90s.
Yep.
Nev Campbell.
Okay. Yeah, I have to go with her too. Yeah, that's. I couldn't think of really anybody else that would stand out that much. No, really, seriously, like there's a lot, but like Nev is.
She pretty much encapsulates. You know, I mean, you can't argue with Ghostface as sort of the face of the 90s in terms of the brand new villains, you know, that were created. At least the one that endures and is on the most merch, you know. So yeah, I mean, when I think of Art the Clown and Terrifier, I think, well, what was before him in terms of Everyone Wants It? Maybe Sam from Trick or Treat, but that's really more fringe. So it really goes back to Ghostface, you know, in terms of just everyone's got a Ghostface tattoo, and you know.
The icons, like you think of the big icons, David. And that's another thing, like Mount Rushmore, or icons. So now that we mentioned, what is your Mount Rushmore of horror icons?
Oh, that's always brutal. That's always my favorite movie. Of villains,
yeah, villains.
4? Are we choosing?
Yeah, 4 is on there.
There's the obvious, and then there's the eclectic. So I would just say the Tall Man from Phantasm. I would say the Kessler Wolf, American Werewolf in London.
Ooh.
I would say Reagan from The Exorcist. And I would say I've got to have a fourth one. Michael Myers from the original Halloween, because that really that got me started. It's kind of cliche now, but that movie rocked my world and ingratiated me in horror versus monster movies. Because prior to Halloween, even though I had seen, believe it or not, before that on TV, I saw The Exorcist and I saw The Omen when they would be on television. I even saw the Amityville Horror. Halloween was the first movie where I watched it beginning to end all by myself in a house alone.
Oh my God.
And prior to that, it was Godzilla movies and Planet of the Apes and Hammer Horror and Universal Horror, all that stuff that I loved so much, even Roger Corman stuff. But that was now informing me that there's a thing called horror where you're going to be scared shitless. And you could either run away from it or you can embrace it, understand it, dissect it, and then make a living making documentaries about it.
It changed the game.
Run a magazine called Famous Monsters.
Yeah. I mean, it changed. And then Fangoria, it came out late 79, I think. Yeah. So it literally, like, you know, like you said, it's cliche now, but if you think about what came before Halloween, okay, yeah, Texas Chainsaw, right, which is kind of wild, and definitely for that time, and everybody thought it was a true story down there. I believe that was the whole deal about it. It was, you know, based on the new documentary. I didn't even watch the doc yet. I still got to get to that, but you know, other than that, really, what do we have? Like, I don't know. I just feel like with the score, like that's really another thing that set it apart from anything previous. That in the score, so simple, but it's so effective.
That's when I say, like, rather than run away from it, I was obsessed with it, even though it scared the crap out of me. And so I wanted to deconstruct it. I'm like, I just came back to it over and over. So I'm like, all right, the music makes a lot of sense. That's scaring me a lot. There's jump scares, yes. There's dark corners, yes. There's the relentless entity, yes. But let's break down how it's edited. And I did this subconsciously. I didn't, because I was young. I was like, I saw Halloween in '81 when I was 13. When I was on TV for the first time, because when it came out in '78, I was too young. I wanted to see Jaws, and my parents said, "No way, you'll never see it." You know, when it came out, and I was 7 in '75. So fundamentally, yeah, it made me really dissect between that and American Werewolf in London, where I was, you know, I was like, I want to know how did Rick Baker make this? You know, oh, they put David Naughton halfway under the floor, and they put this whole piece on him for this one shot in an elevated set. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. You know, became a huge film fan.
That was that.
I am so enjoying this, but I also know, because it's 7:30 in LA, I have a hungry family I literally have to feed. Like, my son's like, it's Friday, where's my McDonald's? So perhaps we could, you know, do a final question or wrap it up, or, you know, that kind of stuff.
Anybody else have any other questions?
I asked mine. What's your favorite horror movie from the 90s, 95, 99? Like, what sticks out the most immediately? What's
in that second half, I would say, see, they're all in my brain.
They're all great.
You know, the Prophecy is really fun. The first Prophecy with Christopher Walken. Yeah, Christopher Walken. I remember seeing that movie. I remember seeing The Prophecy. That's another one where I was just like, this is way more entertaining than it should be. It's all because of Christopher Walken, you know, and it was amazing. But I also am a big fan of Sleepy Hollow. You know,
yeah.
Just
anyway, see, I'll give you one answer, but Sleepy Hollow looks amazing. I'll end on this. I grew up watching The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Disney version, and I remember being scared of
it's still scary. It's still scary. Yeah.
You know, Ichabod on his horse is scared. If his horse is scared, I should be scared, right? You know, as he's clip-clopping along. And I remember when the Tim Burton movie was coming out, I was just like, I'm sure it'll be good, but it's the Headless Horseman. How many? It's not going to be a body count. You know, I'm going to compare it way too much to this cartoon, and it shouldn't be like the cartoon. Johnny Depp is Ichabod Crane. He doesn't even look like him. He's like too handsome. And I was just impressed because I love the Hammer horror films. And I immediately figured out, I was just like, holy crap, he's making a Hammer horror movie right here. And so I think it deserves a lot more praise. It becomes a bit Scooby-Doo at the end in terms of who done it, but I forgive that because everything else is just remarkably well done.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really enjoyed that film. 99, I think, was Sleepy Hollow. The atmosphere, the whole vibe. It's great for stormy days.
You get the frogs going, Ichabod. Great. Go on. What more could you ask for?
And the reeds, you know, the reeds.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Dave, I got you. We're gonna let you go. I know the family got to eat. We don't want them starving. Okay?
Not an excuse. It's literally like I'm gonna get glares when I come.
No. I know, man. Believe me, hungry kids is gonna be mayhem in the house. I don't want that for you. I want to ask you though, can we show the trailer at the end of this? I had it already.
Please do. Please show it and send everyone to 90shorrordoc.com.
Yep.
And it's between now and Halloween night at the stroke of midnight, whenever that is for you. That's the time that you're pre-ordering it. And rather than instantly getting it, we still do the end credits. You'll get a digital copy of it in December. And then you get your Blu-ray that we make, manufacture, and distribute ourselves, and all sorts of cool goodies that you get along with it. You get that in, I think they go out in January. And so, that being said, if you haven't seen the In Search of Darkness 80s trilogy, you could also pick that up. If you haven't seen the Search of Darkness 90 to 94, you can pick that up as well. If you have no more room on your shelf, because I understand what that's like, you can get digital bundles and that kind of stuff as well. But we're an independent company. We make, manufacture, distribute this ourselves. We invite all of you guys to be part of this, and you're part of this as well with it being in the end credits. In the end credits, I'm also going to do, once again, inviting everyone to submit a short video talking about what they love about the 90s. I cannot guarantee, I know for a fact I won't be able to fit everybody in, but I invite, I'll fit in as many as I can in those extended 20, 25-minute credits. And it makes it a real sort of personable thing. So please play the trailer. Everyone check it out. It's limited time. And you guys rock. I really appreciate you inviting me back, and it's always fun hanging out with you.
Always, David. It's always a pleasure. What were you saying, Dave? I'm sorry.
It's always great seeing David.
No, and listen, you know what I think the last thing you need though, Dave? You need a Jimmy J introduction or hype video for the 95 before Halloween. We got a last minute push. I got to get it out there for you, man.
Please do. Yes. Well, here's the thing. I keep, my kid's gonna kill me. One more thing.
That's what I'm having.
You guys know, and you guys like or love this documentary, and I'm incredibly grateful. Mm-hmm. This time around, we really are trying to reach new avenues and audiences of people who just don't know this stuff. You know, it's hard. It's hard to reach a new audience. You know, it's easy when you guys have bought it before. We can email you, and if you're interested, you can get it again if you'd like. But we're trying to find word of mouth is incredibly important. We're trying to find people. I make no assumption that everybody knows this. You know, there are plenty of people who do not know what In Search of Darkness is and what it's about. So I implore and request and beg of you guys, get the word out, you know, whether it's on social media, whether you're chatting with friends, whether you see people making ideas and, you know, for what they want to watch. And you could just say, you should totally check out this movie for some ideas. Check out In Search of Darkness 3 on Shudder if you want. You can watch this stuff digitally. If you come to our site, you can find it. All that kind of stuff is very helpful and appreciated by all of us at Creator VC who put our blood, sweat, and tears in these. And your support and finding new support it gives us another turn at bat to make another one. In Search of Darkness.
Teamwork makes the dream work. You got to get the word out there. Continue to push for you, Dave, because it's, you know, it's not just because you're here, you're on. It's because Creator VC, like you said, it's quality. It's something that I feel like every horror fan, I know every horror fan needs to have in their collection. This is something, I mean, it covers both decades. I haven't seen obviously the latest one yet, but from what I've seen, I know that this one is going to do exactly what the other ones did and be even better because of the time period for me personally.
I think people will connect definitely just from nostalgia. I mean, we also talk about like the movie soundtrack versus the score. Remember the hit soundtracks they had and stuff like that? You know, I've got Marco Beltrami who did the Scream franchise, but I also have Graham Revel talking about this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to stop.
Yes, Dave, you got to go feed the fam. I appreciate taking the time. I gotta send you a message though on the side. If you know, I gotta send you something because I need to find somebody Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, no, but not only that, I have an idea. But anyway, I'll message you. We'll
By all means, guys.
Appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
All right, Jake.
Wonderful weekend. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Weiner, everybody. In Search of Darkness. Make sure we're going to pop those links in below. In Search of Darkness. 95 to 99 is coming out. This is something that you must have. Dave, thank you for joining us, bud. Feed the fam. We're going to see you soon. I appreciate it, brother. All right. Yeah, I'm going to catch it up. The kids would have looked like I'm not going to say it, but they're going to be starving by the time they're going to be on the UNICEF box. Damn it, we got to.
Yo.
Yes. All right. Anyway, we are rocking here. Great to see Dave again. Great to talk with Dave. It was actually a little bit longer than what I expected, but it was great stuff. It was good stuff here, and I always enjoy hearing, just the stories and what goes into this, and just Dave talking in general about horror. You learn a lot. Like watching these documentaries, like you learn things that you never knew, and then even the movies that you did know, it's like you find out more facts from the people that were involved in those films.
I'm telling you, I sat there with a book, a notebook, and a pen, and I wrote down everything, and that's where most of my reels came from. Is In Search of Darkness, the '80s. Yeah,
and it just makes that movie even better. I feel like the movie that you're, whatever that movie may be for you, but when you hear these people talking about it, directors or writers or actors, it just amplifies it, and it's great, man. I can't wait for this one. 95 to 99. I already seen the trail. We're gonna show the trail at the end of the show, but I mean, just some of you talk about anthology, you talk about like Tales from the Hood, like that was something, man. The shit. I mean, just the mortician, man, Clarence Williams, rest his soul. I think he passed recently. But the twist ending, which I'm not going to spoil for those that didn't see it, and the stories, and of course everything that we heard with the school horror and Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Urban Legend, and The Faculty, and The Craft, and all of these films, and then even going into early 2000s, Final Destination. That same cover art I'm thinking of. It's Uncle Sam. For anybody that hasn't seen Uncle Sam and Jack Frost, you're doing yourself a disservice. You got to watch those movies.
Jack Frost is so good.
Yeah, but
the highlight of everything is in H2O, Halloween 20 years later, The Faculty and Scream 3. You get Creed on that soundtrack, baby.
Ew. Just soundtrack.
With arms wide open.
Yeah, man. They did original songs on those albums.
Song I know.
Too. Yeah.
No. My Sacrifice and Arms Wide Open is the only two songs I know from Creed. And I think it's because I think one of them was a wrestling song. I forgot which one was.
Yeah.
My Sacrifice.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Good.
So, I mean, that's it. And then all the other music during the time period. There was Creed, and then there was everybody else. Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, stuff coming in there.
Nickelback.
I remember summer '99. It was Bob with a Bob, baby. It was, there was some wild things going on. Not at Wild Wings, but where I was at, '99. But anyways, that was late '90s. We're talking right now. We're here in 2025, and we got a trivia showdown that we're gonna. So we're going to definitely get to it. Everybody in the chat, I'm sorry. I know there were some comments. I was trying to highlight it, but I know Dave was talking. We were getting into it. Today, I expected this. We have, obviously, it's Friday. There's a lot going on the weekend, especially a weekend in October and Comic-Con. But we actually, we're retaining at least 10 viewers watching. That's a record for something like this weekend. I appreciate everybody still hanging on, tuning in. So trivia, guys, you guys ready to rock and roll over here?
Rock and roll.
Certainly.
Wake and bake.
Okay, hold on. As I say every morning, move and groove, shake and bake.
I say it at work now when I get there.
I got everybody saying it, man.
Look at the words of the mouthpiece of the Northeast.
I have my pops even saying it. I said, Pops, I spoke to him today. I said, Pops, what's going on? Yeah, I came from. He went to the heart doctor. He's good though. Everything's good with him. Thank God. And he's like, yeah, I'm just out here moving and grooving. I said,
fancy.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this here.
We are fancy.
Just took a picture of this, and there's the categories right there. I got the notebook here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around 3 times, and I guess or actually, since there's 3 people playing, we'll do 10 rounds. Whoever got the most in 10 rounds wins.
10 rounds.
10 rounds. You better get ready to
10
roll.
rounds.
Mike, this is
You gotta do
the
it quick, baby. Do it quick.
This is fucking Bob Hope special.
Yeah.
We're running to 6 a.m. You better get juiced up. See, Pay's got a cereal. Get your coffee. Get your latte. Get your iced mochachinos, frappuccinos, cappuccinos, al pacinos, whatever pacino you want. Here we go. We're rocking and rolling here. All right. We're gonna go around. We're gonna start with Mike. Pick a category, Mike.
Paranormal.
All right, Mike. Paranormal. Oh, gotta write your names down here. Jesus Christ. All right, Paige. Now Eve's our returning champion.
He is.
So will he?
It's a
be
lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Here we go. In Starry Eyes, 2014. Who is the roommate of Sarah? Is it Aaron, Carl, Tracy, or Danny?
Tracy.
Holy shit, that's a good guess, Mike. You got it. I'll let you know.
That wasn't a guess. That was.
That is a good movie. Wait, if you have not seen Starry Eyes, you need to see it.
Yeah, I did when it came out. I don't remember.
That's a good one. I did a video on that one.
Okay.
Blew my mind. All right, next.
Rocking over here. All right, Wolfman, you're up.
Monster. Starting off with Monster.
Son of a monster. An Alien, 1979. What is the designation of the planetoid? Upon which the Nostromo finds the derelict spacecraft. I'm trying to read this. I can't even see it. It's dim as shit. The writing is super small.
LV-426.
What was it?
LV-426.
Yeah, that's you got it. Good job, Wolfman. Trying to read a damn writing here. I need better. I need one of those ring lights. Damn it! It's getting crazy. All right, Paige, you're up.
All right, gore, disturbing.
Gore. She wants more gore. Which legendary Northwestern creature impregnated Wanda in Night of the Demon? Legendary Northwestern creature that impregnated Wanda in Night of the Demon.
I don't know the answer to that one.
Well, as they would say or as they did say in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. Bigfoot. It's big. It's
Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot.
Seen that movie.
He's on multiple choice. You kind of teased us with that first one.
Yeah.
No, trust me.
Multiple choice.
Some of these are.
Some are hard.
Hard, Mike.
Open-ended. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, what are we going with?
I don't know.
Paranormal, I guess I'll stick with.
I'm going to stick with paranormal here. So.
You know, it's just the genre that I really appreciate the most.
The most.
Okay, so we got
I'm just trying my best over here.
In Insidious 2010. In Insidious 2010, Dalton Lambert inherited his ability to astral project from which of his parents?
His father.
Yeah. Josh Lambert, as portrayed by Patrick Wilson. You got it, Mike.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I'm really just trying my best over here. I think we all are.
I fucking love you.
Okay, so we got Wolfman is up.
Well, let's try Slasher.
Slasher. All right, so we got what is the killer only known as in Murder Set Pieces 2004? What is the killer only known as in Murder Set Pieces 2004?
I have no idea.
The photographer.
Okay.
For what?
Yeah, that goes. All right, Paige.
Hi. Let's do psychological.
Psychological. How many years after the original film was Psycho 2 produced? 3, 13, or 23?
13.
Ooh, 23 is the answer. Okay.
83, man. The movie's awesome. Psycho 2 is awesome.
I like Psycho 2.
I don't think I've seen it. Can't say I have.
All right, Mike, what are we going with?
Bad horror film.
Gore.
Gore. Okay, gore. Yeah, right. In the Human Centipede, 2009. What is the name of the villainous surgeon who devises and performs the procedure?
What are my choices?
There's no choices.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mike,
at you, bro.
welcome to prime time, bitch. This is it.
I'm assuming he was a doctor of some sort. Doctor. I don't fucking know.
No, it is not Dr. I don't fucking know. It is Dr. Joseph.
It was right there.
You heard that? Wait, fact about that film.
Joseph.
Paranormal. I was really on a roll there.
Well, you should have stuck with paranormal. Wait, fun fact about that film: there was no script. The actors were told the premise, and they were.
We know there was no script.
Do you know? Well, whatever. Next.
All right. So, Wolfman, you're up. What are we getting there? Let me pop.
Let's go back to Monster. Yeah.
We'll go back to Monster. Okay.
It's our wheelhouse.
So Monster it is. Which screen legend never played it again in the horror genre after playing a vampire doctor in the return of Dr. X?
Oh, Humphrey Bogart.
You got it.
Damn.
Golden Age, baby.
That's it. Go. Okay. There we go. Ian, Paige, you're up.
Gore. I'm just gonna keep doing gore and see if I can do
Gore. What was Charlie Mang's car's license plate, or what did it read in the novel NOS 4A2?
Nosferatu.
Why would they put that?
Was that the answer?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were spelling it. So.
You don't get points for that.
No, that's fine. That's my bad.
No, we're gonna. That was wild. Okay, we're gonna go back there. We're on Gore, right? We're gonna go to a different one. I'm sorry, Paige. Different one, right?
Yeah.
What is the title creature afraid of in Clive Barker's short story Rawhead Rex, 1984?
Wait, one more time. What?
Okay.
I should know this. It's Clive Barker.
What is the title creature afraid of in Clive Barker's short story Rawhead Rex, 1984? What is that creature afraid of?
Cotton candy? I don't know the answer.
No, it is actually the next best thing, female genitalia.
Good rating.
There we go. All right. Mike, we're back to you, buddy. What do we got?
Back to paranormal.
Oh,
All right. This is we're on round 4 right now, paranormal. All right. So Margaret Hamilton, the Wicked Witch of the West herself, plays a witchy housekeeper in which 1960 film? No multiple choice.
Phone a friend.
Sorry, the phone's dead. The lines are cut.
1960s, you said?
Yep.
Oh, in that case, I don't know.
13 Ghosts, 1960.
Oh, I would have never guessed that.
I wouldn't have either.
All right, Wolfie. Where are we at?
Also, you can't pick Monster this time. You're out. Monster's done. You asked all the questions.
I've done Monster twice and Slasher once, so let's do psychological.
All right, psychological. There we go. What is the name of the fictional? What the hell is this? No,
you can't read it. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid. A stupid question. All right, I'll pick a random one. Hold on.
Wow.
Random right here. Okay, random question here. They're all random. Okay, what 1971 made-for-TV film did a young Steven Spielberg direct about a dangerous truck driver?
Duel.
God damn, that's good. Oh, Duel. What the hell? Okay, there we go. All right, what do we got, Paige?
Let's do comedy.
Comedy. I'll switch it up here.
Right.
All right. I need better lighting because I'm half blind here. Okay. What film did creator Richard O'Brien write as a sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show 1975, but used different actors for the main character, Brad and Janet?
Rocky Horror Picture Show Part 2?
No. It's a shock.
What is he, Wolfman?
That's right. Yeah.
Shock treatment.
Shock treatment. That's right.
What? I've never even heard of that in my life.
Me neither.
I don't like Rocky Horror Picture. I'm sorry. I hate it.
A lot of the same.
Janet, I love you.
A lot of the same cast, but none of the heavy hitters.
Damn. Dumb. Stupid.
Round 5, Mike.
Slasher.
What do we got? All right. Whose head was severed at the end of Freddy vs. Jason 2003?
Oh, come on.
Shit. I want to say it's Freddy.
Yeah.
Was it not the chick from was it with TLC?
Kelly, roll.
The final answer, Freddy.
Love you. Yeah, that's all right. That's the dilemma joint. Okay, where are we at? Let's get to the list here. Mike 3, page 1, Ian 3. Ian, you're up.
Let's try comedy.
What billionaire and reality TV star played the president in Sharknado 3? Oh, hell no.
Where's John for this?
Billionaire and
reality TV star played the president in Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no.
I have no clue, so I'm just going to say Mark Cuban. I don't know.
It is Mark Cuban.
No way. Okay.
Mark Cuban. Holy shit. It's Mark Cuban.
I quit.
Hell yeah, baby.
Jesus. What a guess. Okay, Paige, you're up. What do we got?
Slasher.
All right, Slasher it is. What is the name of the maniacal hitchhiker Rutger Hauer plays in The Hitcher, 1986? What's the name? What's his name in the movie? Hitcher, 1986.
I don't know.
John Ryder.
I knew that. See, I said that.
Clever. It's clever.
I said that. You didn't hear that? I said that.
Oh, I didn't. My hearing and my vision is going, apparently.
I dropped my vape while I said it, so you probably only heard the vape drop.
And that's what it was.
All right. Round 6 we got here. Mike, which one?
I quit.
Jimmy, I'm gonna let you pick.
All right, I'll pick a random one here.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. All right. For what 1976 film did composer Jerry Goldsmith win an Oscar? 1976 horror movie. Jerry Goldsmith.
What genre did you pick the question from? What category was this?
This is psychological.
Psychological.
Oh, I'm not sorry. No, I'm sorry. Paranormal.
Paranormal?
Yeah.
1970s.
Your wheelhouse, Mike. Come on, man.
I know. I'm gonna have to maybe summon somebody to help me out with this question.
Yeah.
1976.
Exorcist?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but that was it. No.
I'm gonna say nothing.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, you're in the lead, man. If I get this, I tie you.
Right.
What do we got?
I'm gonna go with Exorcist.
No, it's The Omen.
That was 73.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I'm talking
Terrible.
about.
I gotta take this shirt off.
I'm gonna beat Ian. Shit.
All right, Ian. What do we got, Wolfman?
Let's try another monster one.
All right, monster it is. And we are. Hold on a second. Sorry. Which American inventor produced the first Frankenstein film, which ran only 14 minutes?
Thomas Edison.
No, you got it,
baby. Edison.
Edison.
Did you invent the light bulb?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Uncle Fester. No, anyway.
Amazing.
Okay, Paige. What do we got? Let me show the categories here.
Gore. Give me gore.
Gore. Want more gore and I cannot lie. All right. What did the girls pour down Ike's throat in Mother's Day, 1980?
Oh, fuck.
What did they
I saw Mother's Day, too. Oh, fuck.
Think of just something. What would you pour down somebody's throat in a horror movie?
You don't know, bleach? Acid?
No, wait a second.
It's
one or the other.
Drain cleaner. So
you know.
Would you just give it to her, Jimmy?
Give it, yeah.
you the point.
Bleach, totally.
Yeah,
Green clean.
that's it.
Yeah.
We got it. Mike, here we go. Back to you. All right. Which one we got here? Hold on.
I don't know, man. Comedy.
In the iZombie 2010 to 2012 comic book series, what type of creature was Scott?
Werewolf. Vampire.
Yeah, were terrier. I mean, yeah. Well, I'll give
Were
you that.
dog.
Yeah.
A were terrier? Is that what it actually was?
It fucking says a were terrier. Yeah.
Okay.
So it really does.
Now I know I have not watched that show or
Right.
read that.
I don't like iZombie. I tried. Don't.
Yeah.
All right, Wolf. What do we got?
I haven't done paranormal, so let's do that.
Mhm.
That's just okay. What toy does Ed add to their collection at the end of The Conjuring 2?
Say it again. Sorry.
What toy does Ed add to their collection at the
Oh.
end of The Conjuring 2?
I know where you're going with this one, Ian. So
Yeah.
just get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. It's the it's not the music box. It's where the crooked man comes out of.
Oh, an umbrella.
Oh.
It's I can't remember. It's the little light up toy thing. I can't remember.
We're gonna need the official name of the toy.
Right.
What was on the box? What was on the box?
Name,
Yeah.
Ian.
I don't remember what the damn thing's called.
A Zoetrope.
Okay. Yeah.
I know it was right on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Animation.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should give it because the Crooked Man did come out of it. I don't know.
The
if that's
more you know.
quality.
No, I don't think he gets it, Jimmy.
No, I didn't get it.
All right, Paige. What do we got?
All right.
I'm fair.
Give me crickets. Give me a psychological.
All right. By the end of Split 2016, how many personalities does Kevin Wendell Crumb exhibit?
Shit.
Is it A, 12,
What?
B, 18, or C, 24?
Is it 12?
It's 24.
God damn it. I
That
quit.
was Patricia.
That's
I love Patricia. I become Patricia at work.
You actually had split your guess with the actual answer.
Oh shit, you're right.
All right. What do we got, Mike? Round 8. I think at this point,
Ian's winning. I quit. Goodbye.
oh, you're not quitting, damn it. You're staying.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Round
staying.
8.
Slasher. What are we at score wise?
Mike 4, Page 2, Ian 5. At this point, if Ian gets one more page, you're out. You still have a chance to tie it if you get all the next 3 questions right.
Real
All
serious.
right,
Nobody
let's
else
go with Slasher.
Okay, Slasher it is. So, what does the killer leave as clues at the site of his crimes in The Bone Collector, 1999?
Oh my god, I haven't seen
Should
that
have
movie
asked
so
Dave
long.
Weiner this.
Yeah, can we?
Yeah.
Is he not like a sort of a
Phone a
cousin?
friend.
We're just 2 letters apart. Bones.
You got it. It's Bones.
Yeah.
It's Bones. That's it. Them bones, them dry bones. There it is. We got it. All right. So, Ian and Mike tied. Ian, which one are we going for right now?
Go search up my Bone Collector shirt.
Well, let's do Gore. I haven't done Gore. I've done all of them except Gore. So
Okay, Gore. In the film, wait, no, that's not Gore. Which one? Okay, Gore's the orange one. Let's get this one. All right. So, what character in is it Itchy or Icky the Killer 2001 has a Glasgow smile?
GJ Horror.
Drew
Yeah,
McIntyre.
I don't know. I'm not. I know exactly what it is. I've never seen it, so I got nothing.
Kakihara. Kaki.
Mm,
Hey, Kaki.
there we go.
Kakihara. Here it is. Whatever that is.
Ta-da.
Paige, which one are we going with?
Let's do paranormal.
Which one?
Paranormal.
Paranormal. Which alien actress plays the evil stepmother in Snow White, A Tale of Terror, 1997?
That movie's terrifying.
Yes.
Which
Excellent.
alien? The movie Alien. This person starred in Alien. Which alien actress plays the evil stepmother in Snow White: A Tale from Terror? So you got to think of your actors from the movie Alien.
I can't think of the main chick's name. Is it the main chick? Can that
No,
be?
we can't say. I'll just say that it may or may not be exactly who you're thinking of.
I can't think of her fucking name right now. I quit.
I don't know if this will help.
Winona Ryder.
Good try. Excellent try. That was not Alien. That was the fourth one.
What's her name? Come on.
He's terrifying, man.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, wait. Yeah. What is that?
Sigourney.
I'm so mad. Jordy Wilson, I'm done. Where's the end button? Where's the escape button?
No. All right, Paige. Well,
sorry.
Unless you want to go 13 rounds.
No.
No. Mike's like, no, Paige, you're out. But it's all between Mike and Ian.
I'm gonna eat my cereal and cry.
Round 9.
Here we go. What kind of cereal are you eating?
Oh, Captain Crunch.
Choice.
Did we just become best friends?
We did.
Have you ever attempted Milk Duds in your Captain Crunch?
Ooh, and Whoppers?
Mike?
No, Raisin Nuts.
Take this next question extremely hard.
Scabs, bro.
You've been fucking me on these, Jimmy. I'm just
I'm not, man. You know what?
You started off with multiple choice, and then you pulled these bullshit open-ended ones that you can't even read, and you expect us to answer.
I'm half blind, and this lighting sucks. But I'm
what about a ring light? Next time I see you, you have a ring light.
You're not up to par with your psychological, your paranormal stuff.
No, well, I'm not the psychological guy here. I'm not into
well,
paranormal.
I said, well, it's not my fault. It's not
Is the light not reflecting
Jimmy
off
a
of your
fucking
jacket?
question.
That's what's blinding me. I can't read it.
All right, let's go. It's 11:05. Let's go.
Okay. All right. What do we want? What do we want here? Mike, it's a Friday. Come on. What do we got?
I'm gonna go eat a whole box of Captain Crunch.
Slasher.
All right. I'm gonna get a nice one for you, Mike. Don't worry about it, buddy.
I know you will.
A nice slasher here.
Is it possible I can maybe buy your vote in this? I know that I'm apparently very good at that. So
buy a what?
Like maybe I can buy like some favor with you for the next question.
Okay. So here we go. There's no favors. You're not buying nothing here, Mike.
No.
I don't accept payment in cash. What Gilligan's Island actress also starred in 1975's film version of the Stepford Wives? What Gilligan's Island actress also starred in 1975's film version of the Stepford Wives?
Ian, do you know the name?
I have no clue.
Oh, the hot one.
The hot one.
No clue.
Marion.
No. Tina Louise, who played Ginger.
Ginger was the hot one?
Ginger's the hot one.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right.
Round 9. Ian, which one we got?
We gotta go with Monster. I'm getting serious now.
Uh-oh. What did the Hunter's Mark lead to in the Vampire Diaries?
I didn't watch that.
I've never known nothing about the Vampire Diaries. So
it was True Blood or nothing.
How could Monster steer you so wrong?
Yeah.
That should not be Monster. That should not be in the Monster category. That should be
stuff that kills me on this. It's like they'll toss in the TV show stuff and books. You'll get a book question every now and then, and I'm like,
it's not Monster. It's maybe Disturbing because it was such dog shit.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know, Jimmy.
Well, it's one that I know very well, I guess. Scylla's Tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that right
yeah.
Yeah, well.
Of course, I'm an idiot.
So,
yeah, that's what it is, Ian.
What do we got, Mike?
I don't know, man. Slasher.
I do agree with that.
No Gilligan questions.
Please.
No Gilligan? I can't promise that. All right, so. What is the killer afraid of in the Haunted House of Horror, 1969?
Dildo.
What is the killer afraid of in the haunted house of horror, 1969?
69. No.
Suffocating.
No, the dark is the answer. Killer's afraid of the dark.
I just, I took the year of the film, and okay.
So here we go.
Snorted on live. I'm done.
That was good. Ian, which one we got?
You got to redeem me with you give me a good monster one, because that last one was some
Yeah,
great.
you get this right.
This guy fawns over you, so I have a feeling you're gonna win it right now.
Well, please, Mike, just because I'm giving you the tough ones because you want to be a dick doesn't mean I'm going for Ian.
No,
Mike,
it's the fact that
my
you
secret
howl every
is-
time he makes a comment about something.
Yeah, I paid him off before the live stream.
Oh,
I
did
beat
you buy
to it.
T-shirts or something too?
Listen, come on, you know what the deal is, Mike. You know more than anybody else here.
What have you done for me lately?
No, but all jokes aside, what do we got, Wolfman?
Monster.
He wants to
Redeem
be
me.
redeemed.
Okay, so what was the name of the actor that played the vampire at the center of Nosferatu, 1922?
Max Shrek.
I was about to say he's gonna know that immediately.
That's it. It's Max. All right, Mike, if you get this right,
You're good, Ian.
all right, and
I admire you.
if you get it wrong, Ian wins.
All right, let's go back to paranormal and just end this.
All right, well, here we go, Mike. I got a good one for you, okay?
I'm sure you do.
Yep. Who directed The Exorcism of Emily Rose, 2005?
I love that movie, but we were talking about this on the phone yesterday. Put a fucking gun to my head. I couldn't tell you some of these directors and actors.
Yeah. Just take a guess.
Okay. I don't know. My guess is Ian's Googling it as we speak. Look at him. Son of a bitch.
Guilty. Oh, look, Paige.
There's such a glare, Paige. I can't.
You get an
see
extra
it.
point for that, Paige.
You can't. I can't answer that. She already put the DVD cover up. It'd be cheating if I were to answer that. You have to give me a different question.
I'll give you a different question. I'll give him a different question.
Same category.
In Paranormal Activity 4, Wyatt Nelson is revealed to be what character from Paranormal Activity 2?
The
You want me to read it again?
No, you don't have to read again. Wyatt Nelson. Are you pulling another DVD cover up? Could you do it quickly so we avoid the question? I don't know. The fucking, was there a priest or a neighbor or a cop or Paige's ex-boyfriend?
Paige's ex-boyfriend. There it is. No. Hunter Ray.
Who the fuck is that?
Good old Hunter Ray.
Who?
Right, thank you.
Hunter Ray. Yeah, it's
I'm a bad horror fan.
what character? Yep.
No, you're not. These are just bad movies.
So Ian with the win. Wolfman 6, Mike 5,
Known.
Paige 2. Mike's bitter about it. He's thinking I'm giving you the easy ones.
I mean, you were, but I'm not bitter about it.
Yeah, there you go. You're like we're one of those guys. You always find an excuse, right? Oh yeah. No.
There's
a
no
reason.
excuse, Jimmy. My questions were bullshit.
It's
You started out with multiple choice.
yeah, because not
Right
all
out
of
the
them are
gate.
multiple choice. Look, if you get
Life's not a multiple choice question, Mike.
so here's another
Honestly,
random one.
What?
None of them should be multiple choice.
You got to go one way or the other. You can't go back
One
and
way or
forth.
the other. Exactly.
Right. Thank you,
Sure.
Ian. We're on the same
Yeah.
page about this.
I don't know why
Jimmy's
they do
game is bullshit.
It's
What's
hard.
this game called? So I can look it up ahead of time.
To an extent that this game is definitely a little weird because
Rigged.
there's questions in certain categories that they don't even belong in those categories. And then they talk
Always a
about
good time though.
TV series and
How do I win, Jimmy?
Diaries. Get that out of here. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
Ian,
have to-
congratulations. Jimmy, what does Ian win now that he's a time champion?
Ian
I
wins.
didn't get anything.
Go on
I
next
didn't get a
event in
crown.
May.
I'm gonna you know what? When you ever make it up here, I'll make sure I get you a Burger King crown. I got you, buddy.
Hell yeah. I have a really big head, so
Yeah. Do you see how
I'll have to get
Prep
two.
accordingly.
Listen, it could. I think if you look at the new crowns, even the last one,
I got a big head too.
you can like open it up the cardboard hole, and the last one right there, man, can fit like a fucking
Frankenstein's head.
an ego head. Like if it was me with my ego walking through the door. Yeah. So no, man, all good. It was a lot of fun. I think we got to create our own trivia question. Seriously,
I think so. I'm gonna write them down. I always have fun with this though, even if I lose. He beats me every single time.
John, John's and
Yeah,
John,
baby.
John, he
Yeah.
went with the old dick twist.
Punch the tip and twist.
Where's John? I want John in on this trivia.
Well, next time I want to announce. I think what we should do is just have a total show, like just all trivia. Like for the next fan free for all, we'll do something all trivia, but maybe different questions. Maybe I'll just create some and just the same categories, but I'll do some research and get a whole different. Because some of these questions are like really tough.
It would be cool if there was a documentary that maybe we could watch to pull questions from. But I feel like it probably doesn't exist.
There it is. In Search of Darkness. Documentary. 80s, 90s. And we're talking about it. 95, 99. The campaign is live. And it ends on Halloween. So give yourself a treat. Get this documentary. It's well worth it.
21 days left.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did
You
there,
see what I did
Jimmy.
there, right?
Let's
Yeah,
see
no,
what you did.
give yourself a nice little treat. Get this documentary. Dave, and we spoke with Robin. He's the gentleman from the UK that he's a producer, I believe, of these docs. Dave is the writer, director, creator, VC. They do just tremendous work. I mean, I can only imagine. I was thinking about what he was saying with the editor. How many hours that guy is sitting? I would assume they're paying good money where he can cover his hemorrhoid treatment for sitting there that amount of time editing this like lengthy documentary. And it's worth it though. I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. Like I could sit here and see, oh God, this movie's 2 hours. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this. But I see the doc is like 6. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start it. And we start breaking it down into sections, almost like, people now, they binge Netflix series. Yeah. So it's like, and it was a guy.
Every time I've started any of them, I'm like, I got to carve out and then I end up just watching the whole thing in one sitting. Yeah. And it's like, it feels like it keeps on going. Creator VC has a lot of, on top of this one, slasher trash. That's when the next one's is coming out. I think spring next year is when the Thing Expanded is coming out. Yep. 5.5 hour documentary on John Carpenter's The Thing.
Love it.
And I think Dave is teasing the next In Search of Darkness is going to be the 70s.
So, I was wondering.
Yeah. 70s was good for horror. Rosemary's Baby, top tier.
70s is very gritty. Very gritty horror. So that's like
Alice, Sweet Alice.
Yeah.
Sweet Alice is good.
Tourist Trap, I think late 70s.
Oh, dude.
Tourist Trap's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Freaking Chuck Connors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Rifleman. Yeah.
I'm telling you, so many great movies that are not talked about. 70s is that decade.
It really is. And there was a lot going on in the 70s, and horror always reflects what's going on in the world at that time. So 70s is good. 70s
almost everything in the 70s is like it's grimier. It's more like visceral. Yeah. Exorcist, Omen.
Your face,
like Christmas.
Yeah, Black Christmas. Holy shit, that movie is insane. Yeah. Hills Have Eyes came out in 77. Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael Berryman, I gotta tell you, that guy, I didn't know his, respectfully speaking, I didn't know his head was that shape. I thought it was just made for the film. I mean, and I'm like, stop, man. You're making me laugh. I didn't know his head was a little shaped like that. Yeah. No, seriously, much respect to the guy. But I mean,
I rode an elevator with him once.
Isn't he tiny in House of a Thousand Corpses, or am I wrong?
No,
I don't think so.
No, dead already since that movie, right?
I don't know who is
tiny. I have to look that up and scratch that question.
But but Michael Berryman, man. I mean, in that film, Hills Have Eyes is
super nice guy. Super nice guy. Well, he's in. He shows up in Weird Science. He's one of the leader of the biker gang.
Yes.
Yeah. In Weird Science. Yeah, he's a good dude.
but 70s, man, 70s crazy decade for horror for sure.
It'll be cool to see. I think there's so much stuff in the 70s that we don't know about that he's gonna really dive deep, and that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. The hanging scene in The Omen F's me up every time. And it's in the beginning too, so it's like this is how you start the movie.
The priest. Yeah.
First, man, you heard the stories about that, right? The filming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The priest in that movie is Patrick Troughton. The second Doctor from Doctor Who back in the 70s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know that I think there was people, I forgot who exactly it was, that died in the movie. They died like that in real life. I forgot exactly. Very similar. I forgot who it was. I got to look it up again. But that movie is one of those movies that occurred. Bad things were happening on set. The accident. The same thing happened. It's wild, man. And it makes you think. Like for me, that's proof enough that you can't go messing around with certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of the similar stuff in The Exorcist, like Linda Blair messing her back up. I know the doctor, I think, in that one scene was a serial killer. In real life,
What?
Yeah. Look that up. That's cool. Yeah.
At the beginning,
like 3 or 4
the
people.
party scene.
Yeah.
The doctor was a serial. What the?
In real life.
That's wild. Yeah, in the bed scene when she's like going up and down, she like hurts her back real bad.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Yeah, that's when you hear things like that, it freaks me out too, because it's like, wow. Yeah, I already, even dealing with Hell House, I had my share of things in there. Okay. So I know this stuff is real. So you can't go messing around with it. But yeah, some of the movies back to the 70s, it's like the prelude to the madness in the 80s. Again, I always use a lot of wrestling references. Mike, you're a big wrestling fan. It's 97. It's 97 again. Attitude Era, pre-Attitude. We got some crazy stuff, man. Some stuff that is not talked about enough. And then we got to the 80s, and it was just slasher, boom, and that was it, man. But the 80s,
80s dominated, took over 70s. No one even talks about 70s because of it.
Because of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but people need to start talking about this. So I hope
Phantasm was 79. Magic. I watched Magic for the first time earlier this year with Anthony Hopkins and the ventriloquist dummy. That movie's awesome. Yeah.
Magic.
Ventriloquist dummy scared the shit out of me. Any kind of doll.
And it looks like it's wooden, and it looks like Anthony Hopkins, and it's scary. Yeah.
I have to watch that.
It looks like Anthony Hopkins. Oh my god! I
even fall asleep during Bone Tomahawk 10 times. Maybe I'd watch Magic, but I think maybe I'll try to watch Bone Tomahawk again. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm never gonna finish this. Wait, was the scene with Patrick Wilson that I woke up to? With the no? All right. Was it no? All right. I woke up during a couple scenes. I watched it and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up.
You got to get to the cave scene.
All right, I'm awake.
It's near the end.
I drank a whole energy drink. Maybe I'll watch it. I'm pretty awake.
I don't even know what I'm watching tonight, but I'm going to pop something on. I'm definitely going to pop some 90s horror on. It's probably going to be watching me after the first 10 minutes.
Before we started tonight, I watched Hellraiser 3 for the first time.
Really? What'd you think of it?
It was great. I'm not
my favorite.
You're gonna crucify me when I say this, Paige. I appreciate him. I'm not the biggest Clive Barker fan. I don't dislike him.
That's fair. It's not great.
Yeah, he's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Get me out of this chat. How do I? You know what, Mike? I thought I loved you. Listen, neighbor, I'm moving.
Oh man.
Yeah. I appreciate his artistry, but he's just this kind of niche little corner.
I met him, and he's so cute.
I've met him. I've met
he can be those things and also not be.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. I think I like 3.
He's like,
I probably like 3 more than the first 2 a little bit because it's
not.
Really?
I think it focuses. I like that it focused more on Pinhead.
Yeah, the first 2 are overplayed. Not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, the first one's the only really good one.
Yeah, I mean,
everything else.
The first 2 films are better than the third one, but I think just you get away from the tropes from the first 2 and the third one. And let's talk about Pinhead, and it was fun.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think as far as Clive Barker goes, I mean, Candyman. Like for me,
Candyman is phenomenal,
is
flawless, masterpiece. Yeah,
I love that movie, and I think that is his best movie. Candyman. So he has some gold. He has some bangers, as they would say, but he's not. I agree. He's not like in that upper echelon of. Yeah, I know. Paige. He's, you think like who's on that Mount Rushmore? I mean, you got to put Carpenter. You got to put Wes Craven. You got to put George Romero.
You do.
Those three are on there.
Yeah.
Romero, Carpenter, and Craven.
So who's who's
the fourth? Who's the fourth man or woman?
Tarantino is just gonna be a foot.
Yeah.
Strange foot fetish, bro.
But nonetheless, man,
look, you guys have probably seen this, but I just got this. Mike, you'll appreciate it.
Oh,
this is
Loomis.
This is my NECA Grail.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is from 2004. And I spent a little bit of money on him.
Oh, that's dope, though.
Only a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Only a little.
But
that looks like it was just a little bit of money.
2004, man.
Nah, that's dope.
In this town. There goes Loomis.
My favorite thing, let me see if I can get it in. It still has the price tag. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it, but it's
floorboards.
Yeah. I didn't pay that for it. I promise you that.
That's good stuff, though, man. Yeah, man. I'm really considering doing a Loomis cosplay.
I just got in today for Horsemen, their figure obscura line.
Oh, Jersey Devil. Yeah, Jersey Devil. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah, he came out really nice.
I haven't gone all in on that line, but I have the Spirit of Christmas Past and Jacob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all.
It's fun.
That they'll do. Yeah, they're
it's a fun line. I like what they've done with it. I liked what else did they have? They've had just some good stuff in there. This was one I've been waiting for. Yeah, Frankenstein was really cool. They did a great job with that. They put up those zombies today, which are
they did the skeletons yesterday.
Yeah, they're nice, but I don't think they're worth the a price tag on them, but they're nice.
Sorry, we're nerding out over toys.
Yeah. No, it's all right, Ian. We're gonna have a toy show coming up soon.
Yeah.
Trying to see what else I got up here.
Needed definitely a toy show. I mean, there's a ton of collectors out there. I know I'm not huge on collecting the figurines or toys.
I'm not big on that either. Don't worry.
But yeah, man, I definitely want to see your collection though. Mike, yours, Ian's, yours, and I know there's many people out there. There's
more than I can handle. So
yeah, man. But
it's a
guys,
problem.
Last thoughts. What's going on this weekend? What do you
want?
Here,
wait, Jimmy. Before you do your last thoughts, you'll appreciate. It's horror tangential.
Let me see.
Oh man, look at that. Yep.
Oh, it's cool.
Man, that was like a very specific time period too. That was like, oh my god, when he got his face crushed, I think it was 97, 96 around there. I forgot what year.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, man. That's badass. Yep.
95. Survivor Series 95.
95. Oh my god. Wow. So yeah, this is going back. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you hanging tonight. Everybody, we trivia and still hold the crown there. Dave Weiner coming on, talking about the 95-99 documentary, which I'm going to put the links below in the description on this video. Check it out. You got some time, but the clock is ticking. You got to
21 days.
Yep.
I want to go order mine.
Almost 20.
Yeah.
Halloween's around the corner, man. I can't wait. And Halloween, speaking of which, if anybody that is tuning in now or going to be tuning in, if you are around the Eastern Pennsylvania, you have nothing to do, and you say, hey, you know what, I want to do something, come on out to the Waldorf Estate of Fear. I'll be up there hosting a Halloween party. We got a DJ. We got raffles. We have Vinny Jason going to be doing autographs there. Josh's daughter, Savannah. We got a little table there. Cosplayer, costume competition, goodie bags of candy on the house. It's going to be a good time out there at the Waldorf. And, of course, we got discounted tickets, all 4 attractions. So check us out over there, WaldorfEstateOfFear.com. You can find the tickets. I'll be up there again Halloween. I don't know who else. Maybe some of the team. A lot of the team, I know you guys busy. There's activities going on all day. I know I'll be
double.
But, yeah, listen, it's going to be a good time regardless. So if you need something to do, you're looking for something to do, you're on the eastern side of Pennsylvania or close by, Lehighton, come check us out at the Waldorf. But, yeah, it's around the corner, guys. Halloween. This is the countdown. And what I want to start doing is I want to have a massive Horror 365 Halloween party at the end of October, or maybe I guess we can't do it in the beginning, right? Like your birthday in November 1st.
November 1st, yeah.
Do it then, because it has to be before. But just like the countdown, because for us,
it's like got another birthday coming up in a couple days.
Yeah, we do. Who's that? Huh? Who's that? Is that Paige? I don't know. I think it is Paige. Paige's birthday's coming up. I mean, a lot of October babies, like you said.
No, Freddie, Josh, me.
When was Freddie's? I didn't even know Freddie was
October 3rd.
Last week, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Duh, it was last week. All right.
Mean Girls Day. Come on.
He asked me what day it was.
And my new birthday is October 19th because I refuse to be
a
summer baby anymore. I'm done.
My mom's July 18th, so I think that's funny. That's cute. I love cancers, so I love you.
Man, I appreciate it. I love you too, Paige. But at the end of the day, I hate the heat. I don't love the heat. I don't know why. I told my mom, why couldn't you wait? Just a couple more months.
Couple more months, Mom.
It's been in the 60s down here the last few days, and I've never been more alive.
I know, man. It's been nice and cool.
Yeah.
Nice and cool, man. Up here.
Yeah.
Finally, fall. It feels like fall, finally.
Yeah, we did a fire. I was hanging out with some dudes last night around a fire. Yeah, man. It was great. It's great.
Listen, nighttime it drops 40, 45. I love hoodie weather. I live for this time of the year.
Sweater weather.
Come alive in the full time. But anyway, guys, enough of me rambling here. I appreciate all you taking the time. Mike, thank you for jumping in for Swift this week. And last week, again, tremendous job. So thank you for coming on, joining us. Wolfman, thank you for joining. Once again, Paige as well.
Glad to be here.
We got the Agua. I'm going to get ready to watch something from late 90s. I might end up putting on, I think, Stephen King Thinner. Something I know.
Thinner's so good.
King Thinner. You know what? Maybe I just got to do Jack Frost on. I was talking.
No, I think he talked about it a lot. I think we got to watch Urban Legends tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop that on. It's been a while since I watched that one. So yeah, you know.
I told Jimmy is aware of this, but everybody else. 2 days ago, I got a new car, so I can finally comfortably travel. So I will be heading north in the not too distant future. It'll probably be definitely May, but we'll not this year.
Okay,
definitely next.
Do we have anything that before we hop off, Jimmy? Obviously, we have the Halloween event at the Waldorf coming up on Halloween. Is there maybe anything that anyone else in here wants to promote that's coming back?
My birthday. No, I'm kidding.
All right,
yes,
yes.
I got something else too. My podcast is making its triumphant return.
It is 27th, right?
Yes, Monday the 27th. So I haven't pushed a whole lot just because on my account, that was bad. At Universal Studios Monsters, I'm doing my 31 Days of Halloween, where I'm going through a bunch of classic horror films and just focusing on those, one movie a day. Anyway, the week of the 27th, so the week of Halloween, starting Monday, I'm releasing a new episode a day. So 5 episodes, one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm a year behind on these episodes. So usually I would do weekly. And I was like, it'll be my gift. Everyone waited patiently, so I'll do one a day for the week of Halloween. So the finale is the second part of our Frankenstein coverage. So that will be on Halloween. So we got Spanish Dracula, James Whale, the director, an episode of Boris Karloff before Frankenstein, and then a Frankenstein 2-parter. These episodes are great. They are really, really something. I learned my goal with all of these is to learn a lot of new information myself. And I did that in spades. So I do my research, and it's called the Monster Archives. It is a behind the scenes scripted history podcast. It's not guest speakers. Maybe one day I'll do something like that, but it's the history. Everything behind the scenes of these movies, how they were made, who worked on them, a little look at their lives, and that point in time. So check it out. It's streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, YouTube. It's all audio, but yeah, you can find it there. So the second half of season 2 coming to you midnight local time, the 27th of October, and you get 5 episodes that week. So
awesome.
Love it.
I can't wait. I think I'm going to start from the beginning.
Yeah, go back and listen to them.
I'm going to start and just
16 episodes streaming right now. So
I'm gonna go
lots
listen.
of archives, man. And like I've always said, man, you're an encyclopedia for this, man. And I know you do your homework, your research on this, and you learn a lot, man. Like just listening to the first season, just took away from it notes that I have on that, and
Thank
just dude, it's amazing. Like just to think about it too, like somebody our age, like yourself, you're a young guy, going back into the early 1900s. There's not many people that are intrigued by that time period, and they should. If you're in this, if you love horror, you got to go back to the roots. You got to find out, how this all started and where everything started, picking up for us. But you learn a lot, man, and it's great. It's just like when we talk about with Dave with the In Search of Darkness documentaries. You learn a lot about the genre.
One day, I'm gonna be working with Dave, and we're gonna do In Search of Darkness.
You're gonna know wherever we were pushing at. University, we were pushing that, man. But
there's not going to be a whole lot of people from back then to interview, but there's a couple left. That Donnie Dunnigan, you could, there's people you could talk to.
You got to do it soon if you're going to do something like that. For sure. But yeah, man. So looking forward to that. Monster Archives coming out the 27th of this month. Halloween's around the corner, guys. Let's do it now because we celebrate 365 all year round, but this is prime time. And each and every day we got something we're going to be dropping as we do on socials. We want to promote also. I want to throw this out there. Anybody that's doing something Halloween related for content or anything, just tag us in it. We're going to share it. We're trying to again, community support, teamwork makes the dream work here. That's what we're about. That time of the year. It's our favorite time of the year. So appreciate everybody tuning in, sticking out this long. Fan free for all. It's not like your normal free for alls. It's a little more structured today, which I know some people appreciated. Mike, some people like that structure, and I get it.
I like the chaos.
No, you're right though. You're right though, Mike, because I do love it too, but it has to be some sort of controlled environment. I go off the rails. You guys notice, and it's just all over the place, and it's fun, but we lose track of what we were initially talking about. And today, having Dave on the show was just great, man. Talking to him again, and I got to chat with him. I got to send him an email about what I was talking about. There was another person I was looking. There was one I already sent it, but there's another person I'm trying to find to get on here. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. And I don't want to spoil it. And then
stay tuned for some big announcements.
By the way, Mike, yes, thank you. On Halloween, we are dropping a huge announcement in regards to next year, and an event next year, and it's an anniversary event. And you just got to wait and see.
You guys are not prepared.
No,
not prepared.
The level it's going to be on, it's not like you're not going to see this at any convention. It's not. It's not like that. It's just a different level. And then, again, I'll leave you with this. It's an anniversary event for a particular film. That's it. All I'm saying. And it's going to be massive. So I cannot wait to drop that announcement on Halloween. Thank you guys for tuning in. Right now, we're going to leave you with the trailer of In Search of Darkness, 95 to 99 as we sign out of here. Thank you for celebrating Horror 365. And remember, it's not just a genre. It's a lifestyle. Check it out, baby.
Do you like hell? Where you're going, every day's Halloween.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Let the games begin.
Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
Ghouls and goblins.
Villainy wears many masks.
Good doggy.
You coming?
You really didn't need to see that.
Who the hell are you?
Well, it ain't Frosty. Oh my God, what is that? What is that?
Report to the principal's office.
You're that geeky Stephen King kid. There's one of you in every school.
We are the weirdos, mister. Promise me that you won't scream.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Why does that look so familiar? It's payback time.
Cha-ching!
Are we having a party or what?
Eat to live, don't live to eat.
You never told me they could do that. I didn't know they could do that.
I feel I was denied critical, need to know information.
Do you read Sutter Kane?
Come on, sex machine!
Losing my mind!
What a rush!
Carnage candy. Your core audience just expects it.
Open wide.
What's in the box?
That's a year off my life.
God help us.
Barbie, eat your heart out.
You're not scared, are you?
I'll see you soon.